What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully, you can hear me. Can you hear me, Jack?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We are here for another wonderful Saturday. It is the second to the last week, I believe.
Yeah,
The second to the last week of August. We are rolling through
man.
2025.
it
It's getting crazy out here.
is it's nuts. I was just looking at that the other day. To where I'm like, okay, well, September is right around the corner, and before you know it, Thanksgiving will be here, then Christmas.
hmm
Yeah.
It's wild, man. So, with that being said, welcome everybody to another Stormcast. I'm here with Jack. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. We got RJ in the building. J2 in the building. What up? What up? What up? Exodia, what's up, man? Brand Smith holding it down for the moderators as they come through. Real quick thing. Well, actually, let's pray in before we do
Yep.
before we talk. So, Father God, thank you for gathering us and allowing us this safe space. Thank you for all the individuals who have come to check out the Stormcast and individuals who are listening as well. We thank you for all of those who you provide and you keep safe. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Uh,
Amen.
Real quickly here, I do want to hear what everybody has been playing lately. However, before I jump into let me get a little something different. I feel like we start off with that one all the time. Let me get that one. Okay. Um, our boy Jack over here, member of the Stormcast and also the Winging It podcast, my Winging It brother.
Hmm.
Um, he had the opportunity to be on the Nintendo Bite podcast with Prime last week.
Yep.
Um, and I got to see most of it.
Hmm.
I got to see most of it, and then I had to go back and watch the rest of it. So, with your first time being on there, Jack, just how was your experience overall with that, man?
Well, I mean, it was amazing. So, like I told them the night of, I appreciate them for even allowing me to come on. That's always something that's huge to have content creators that are in a, how can I put it, a different fan base, if you will.
Hmm.
Even though we're talking about the same things, they have a bigger following than I
Yeah.
do. So they could have easily said like, "Hey, nope, we're only looking for a certain type that create at this level," and they could have easily told me no. But to invite me in, to welcome me in, and that goes for all of them, from Prime, Thunderstash, Eric, Gamebird, Andreas, all of them.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an amazing opportunity, and like I told you before, I just enjoy talking about video games, and to have other people that I didn't even know and have me on, and we have that discourse and have genuine conversation was amazing. Even in that time frame, I think my internet went out like 3 or 4 times to the point to where I had to jump on my mobile hotspot, all because Spectrum is Spectrum. uh
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I
it
know about
is.
that.
There was no rhyme or reason why it was going out, but they were understanding. Made sure that I got back on, made sure I was involved in the conversation, as well as making sure that the fan base that were within the chat were involved as well.
Hmm.
And for something that goes that long on that scale that Prime and that team has gotten it to, while still making sure that they indulge and interact with the masses that are coming through to watch, I think it's pretty amazing. So I'm looking forward to being on there more. Hopefully this isn't the one or only podcast that I go out to. I mean, there's plenty that I'm a fan of that I would love to go and show my face and talk to those individuals, because there's only so many times you're going to see somebody's tweet on Twitter, what I mean? It's where they're genuinely like answering your question, but you might not pay it any attention. So
Yeah.
to genuinely have like that conversation, it may not be face to face, but having that conversation and getting each other's understanding and seeing your likes and dislikes and seeing what you genuinely vibe on, it could lead to bigger and better things as well. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, shout outs to Prime. Because he did the same with me as well. What up, Geronimo? Um, he did the same with me as well, and I think that's a huge factor, right? You
Yeah,
know, Prime got what 109. He's
he
up
up
there.
there. He higher than me. No like
Yeah, right, right.
that.
Uh, if his subscriber count can equal my bank account,
There you
I'd
go.
be good. So,
Well,
but it's cool, man, to see him like really like just allow us to be on the channel. You know, we're a bunch of smaller channels and everything,
mhm,
and like it. He like actually he's genuine though. Like
mhm,
I think that's the one thing that people like. One thing that you kind of iffy about when you step into like that level of
mhm.
like who's really actually genuine and who's here just for like views and like your
Yep.
name and all that other stuff. And like similar to Jack, you know, I love just talking about video games. So it doesn't really matter to me if you have, you know, a million subscribers or if you guys 2 subscribers is really
Right.
cool. And even talking because Jack even told me like in a similar fashion. They had conversation after the podcast, and
Mhm.
those guys are just really just guys. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
They genuine about everything. So, shout outs to Prime. That's the awesome group, awesome group. Thunderbird and Stash as well. Stash been on the
Mhm.
channel and everything. So we'll look to get the other two on at some point. But yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on you know your first time being on the Nintendo Byte podcast. We will both, by the way, we will both be on the 10 Byte podcast this coming Wednesday. So that's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be fun.
Right.
Definitely come through and check that out. But
Yes, sir.
with that being said, what have y'all been playing lately? Because there's actually some things that I've been playing. But Jack, what you been playing lately, man?
Man, I've been demo heavy. There's been a lot of good demos that have dropped. Whether we're
There have
talking
been.
about Damon X Machina, which that cut off a little too fast for me.
Yeah,
That cut off
yeah,
too fast for me. I was just getting into the groove, just getting the understanding of the controls because I was still trying to figure out what weapons I want to keep on me. You know, how to best handle in combat because in the beginning I was losing like a lot of health from
yeah,
just simple hits, but
yeah.
getting into understanding the dodge mechanic, which goes along with the energy and making sure that you don't abuse that. So that was pretty cool. I think what was it, Romance Saga 2 demo? I tried that out. You know, I got back into Fantasy Life I because I put that down for a while,
Mm-hmm.
not too long ago. Of course, I've still been playing Madden. You know, kind of like this close to jumping out of Superstar solely because I don't. They got to fix it. They just genuinely have to fix Superstar.
Same
But
issue from last week.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it is just nothing that because even with me finally being a higher rating, it didn't fix anything.
Mm.
Now my typical, because I do the same thing with 2K, like my typical thing to usually do is to create a player, then put them on a team, and then player lock that player.
Yeah.
Come to find out, they took that out last year, and so that's
Oh,
not a thing anymore.
Oh.
that's weird.
So you can player lock, but you have to make sure that you initiate it every play.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, that's a lot.
I, I
Why
don't.
not? I guess.
Just very awkward decisions.
Hmm.
But other than that, you know, Drag X Drive, you know, I have the kids here this weekend, so they were all about, well, Dad, did you get the basketball game? And I'm like, what basketball game are you talking about? He's like, the one with the wheelchair. I was like, yeah, yeah, go ahead, play. You're good. But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, I think majority of my time has been spent watching all this content that's been coming through. So I mean, while I've been playing, I've been paying more attention to what's coming up and been kind of envious of some of them demos and the people getting to go to Gamescom and even people getting ready to go to PAX West to try some of these games that we didn't even know existed, like Lego Batman. Like that came out of freaking left field and is now on my radar for something next year, which we don't have a date for. But yeah, man, that's what I've been playing. And other than that, man, just kind of enjoying all this gaming content that we have coming out.
Okay. Okay. That question also goes for everybody in the chat. RJ already got the jump on everything. He said he's been playing Dragon's Drive, uh, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and more Kanitsugami.
I gotta get back on that.
Hey,
Oh, I gotta
man.
get back on that.
You
Fun
know,
time.
it's kind of wild when you get games that like like a new game in the franchise, and then you play it. You play a little bit of it, and you like, I remember this level, like not the level in the game, but you like, man, this nostalgia is running in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go back and like play one of the old games for a little bit. I feel you on the Donkey Kong Country Returns. Actually, it's Donkey Kong Country for me. Um, Jumping back and being like, oh yeah, you know what? I have beat this a cajillion and one times, but the last time I played this, I was still in the village. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, let me go check this out one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's always cool to have that going on. Um, J Big said, I don't think there's an Intent by podcast this week since they are going to PAX.
Now they
Oh,
still
yeah.
got one.
PAX
Eh,
is coming up.
yeah, they still have one because that's what we talked about the night
Yeah.
Oh,
of.
okay.
So
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a shorter podcast, but they
Yeah.
still have one. Yeah.
Word.
Squared said, playing Pokemon Go right now. Doing
Mm.
remote rating, caught a Gigantamax Charizard and a Toxtricity just a
Oh,
few minutes
nice.
ago. I just told him, let me borrow that Charizard real quick.
Nice, nice.
I feel so bad that that's the Pokemon I know because there's so many of them. And it's like Toxtricity. I'm like, really? Like,
That one is pretty. That one is
That's gonna be hard
that's
playing,
one of
bro.
the cool. Yeah, yeah. They have like a yellow one and a blue one. The yellow
Yeah.
one's supposed to be like lead guitar, and the blue one's supposed to be like bass.
Yeah.
wow.
Like different
Okay.
ones. That's one of the cooler ones from the newer one. Those that was from Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Electric and poison type. Very
If I
unique.
remember the blue one,
Oh
better
yeah, I
one.
know them. Okay. Just
Yeah.
didn't put two and two together. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Juice, what up, Juice? He said I'm on layer 1300 and
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. And I'm still or is that Donkey Kong? Yeah,
Yes, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
and I'm
Yep.
still feeling next to nothing about the game. Wow. Jeez.
Wow.
I just don't know how they went from Tropical Freeze to this easy, no skill required Donkey Kong game.
That the first half. Well, I don't know how he's feeling about the game, like for real, but the second half sounds like a joke.
No, I
Sorry
mean
if
he's
I'm reading it
serious.
wrong.
It is.
Oh, okay.
So, like for context, and
Yeah, I
Terminator
need
Juice, let me
context.
know if I'm off base. But while there are a lot of upgrades you can do in this game, they're not really necessary.
Mm.
So it's like you'll find spikes. Well, now I can't even say spikes in difficulty. I would say like the time where I was like, you know what, this is super difficult was the final boss and maybe some of the challenges. But other than that, I mean, the difficulty comes in trying to find stuff. But yeah, this is by no means a hard game that requires skill. It really doesn't. To where
I
Tropical
wonder-
Freeze requires skill. Like it requires it.
Very much.
I wonder if that's to get the newer fan base on board with them.
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
You know Donkey Kong.
younger gens, you have to have like our generation or like an elder sibling to introduce them to the 2D stuff. If you give them the 2D first, they'll be like, "What is this?" You gotta go 3D first. And
Yeah.
Nintendo knows that now too.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
that's my opinion, though.
Exodia said Devil May Cry 3 and the original Final
Mm.
Fantasy 7,
Nice.
which is cool. I still haven't played the original. I don't even know if I really want to be honest with you.
You
maybe
don't.
After
I have no
maybe
interest.
after playing the newer ones, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I know
I tried.
everybody hypes it.
I'm good. I was N64 kid, so it just
Yeah.
Right.
that era of Final Fantasy. I missed it all. I saw the only ones of the class I would try out straight up is 10. That's the
Mhm.
one I will go to personally. But
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to return to those kind of games. I mean, the only game
yeah.
that I can successfully still want to play is Legend of Dragoon. That one holds me, but everything else, mm, you got to sit through the long the cut scenes and everything, and how long those are, and you can't skip them. and they be
We're
having like
proud of them. Watch our cutscenes from 1998, 7 or 98
hey,
or whatever.
it makes you
Yeah.
wonder how bloated those games actually are. But
Right.
Mm.
all right, J Big said Cyberpunk, Doom 3, and Mario Kart World. He also said that he has been playing Donkey Kong as well too. How many? Know how you have time for that many different games? I
Brother.
can only
I thought
do.
no, I thought no one was playing Mario Kart anymore.
Hey, look, that's what I heard too. But you just got to put time limits on everything. Like for Mario Kart World, I'll do like 3 races. And then I'm like, all right, cool. That was my fix for the day. And then I'll go and play other stuff. But yeah, you can't invest a lot of time in everything. You got to
Oh
put a
yeah,
time limit on it.
I'm being facetious, you
Oh
know.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
because
turned it on for the first time this week in like over a week just because I've been playing other stuff.
Yeah,
And
my
it's not
kid.
even like this game sucks. More like you said, just I have other things I want to play. You know, pace
mhm.
time. I can only put so much time into so many things per day.
My kids played it last week. So we gave them. So we went out of town. We gave them their own room, and that gave them an opportunity to like drive up there and play the Switch, and then get there and play the Switch. So it was
Okay.
Like
Mario
nice.
Kart. So yeah. J Big said I'm going to try to come back with it, but there was way too many things. Yeah, I feel that. Brand Smith said Damon X Machina demo and Reverse 1999 with their Assassin's Creed collab.
Hmm.
Um, so Juice responded back. He said the boss fights take about 30 to 60 seconds of mashing the button.
Yeah.
Not much thought or skill.
hmm Yeah, I think I maybe had to think on 2 of them. I only had to think 2
That
of
doesn't
them.
surprise me. That whatever EPD team that is that does the three Mario's
hmm
and DKs, they really want you to just go through the boss and get to the next area of puzzles and
Just
stuff.
enjoy the game and
And
finish
that's
it.
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
hmm
Dark Sun Reddit said Shadow Labyrinth, Splatoon 3, and Fortnite.
Shadow Labyrinth. There are
I
dozens of us still playing the game.
so I
There are
see your
dozens of us.
footage. How
You
are
see
you
it.
feeling?
I actually enjoy the game now.
Okay.
Actually, let's keep going. I'll talk about it. I don't want to. You know how I be yapping. I don't want to break the momentum right now. I'm enjoying it though. Yeah.
RJ said Terminator Tropic 3 wasn't that difficult at all to me. I think what hurts it is that there's no more lives mechanic anymore. I feel that. All right, Geronimo. What you
Yeah.
been doing, man?
What I've been playing, yeah. So mostly has been Shadow Labyrinth because I'm trying to get it done. So I'll say this about the game. I have like over 50 hours in the game, and that's mostly due to like the game is way bigger than Bandai Namco ever shown with the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the map size itself is much larger. There are parts of it where you can kind of diverge and do things, I guess, out of the intended order, and you figure it out either by you can't get to a certain area because you don't have an ability, or there will be a difficulty spike where you either just have to get good and be like on point the entire time fighting certain enemies, or you just go back and find health upgrades and this and the other. But no, I think I'm at a point now where I have to go through one more room, a very difficult room. And then I think I have to get one more specific item. So I think get to the final section of the game. But it's interesting though. It's a really I don't know what came over Bandai Namco to make a game like this outside of Hollow Knight. It's very much like they play Hollow Knight and they're like, Pac-Man. I'm pretty sure that's what they did. But it's definitely like challenging enough to where the game is like they're pacing and challenges where there's certain parts you'd be like, dang, how did this get difficult all of a sudden? But honestly, once you can understand the pace, the flow, you get more abilities. Like you get a double jump, which once I got the double jump, I was like, yo, I can go so many more places suddenly. And
Change
like,
the game.
it really did. Like, yeah. So, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I would say I wouldn't put it over a 7 out of 10 though, just because there are just certain things you kind of look and be like, why did they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Or things like that. The art style and the environment can be. Some areas look pretty nice. Like I got to a later area that's got a bunch of flowers and stuff in it, looking like the last part of Metal Gear Solid 3. And there's other parts that just kind of look, it's a lot of sci-fi-ish stuff. But I would say the best parts about that game are the maze levels, which to me felt like they had ideas for like the Pac-Man Championship Edition series, like the like basically classic Pac-Man, but like with all the EDM stuff everywhere and the neon lights. Those are like those games, but you can move Pac-Man more freely from the mazes, and there are like different mechanics where you can man, I've been complaining about not having the double jump yet. I'm telling you, when you get a Dark Sun Rider and another upgrade, I'm not going to spoil on, but once you get that another upgrade, you're going to be like, oh, and then suddenly you're going to be like, I want to get everything else suddenly. That like once you get there, you'll be like, okay, I get it. Um, but yeah, but the coolest things are the mazes. Some of the bosses they're challenging, but once you figure out their main thing, you just have to kind of be patient and then beat them up. It's a lot of button mashing with the sword. You get some other abilities to like do more damage. Or you get like a grenade you can lob and do stuff like that. There are some interesting plays on like Namco arcade things. Like there are Xevious references, there are Galaga references, there are Dig Dug references. The Dig Dug references threw me for a loop. I actually, if you saw my, I think I put it on Twitter. Yeah, I did put it on Twitter. There's some of the last clips I put on there, and I didn't realize what they were at first until I realized how you had to fight them, and I was like, oh. And I heard the music playing. It's kind of interesting. It's a weird game. But it's fun though. I think it's a bad first impression though. I think once you get to this area called the Black Tower and the whole cusp of what's going on, well, not the whole, the beginnings of what's going on in that world kind of open up to you, then you kind of get a better understanding of everything. But yeah, I think I'm almost done with it though. Once I'm done with it, I will finally officially start Donkey Kong Bonanza a month and a half later. Let's go. 2 months later, let's go. But other than that, a little bit of Marvel Rivals on the weekends. Probably going to be slowing down that tremendously starting next month, but just because more bigger games are coming. So the free to play joint is going to go on the back burner. Was playing Monster Hunter Wilds a bit too. I kind of slowed down that again, mostly because I've done everything I wanted to do in it. They're improving the end game though. But Capcom, well, that's uphill battle for them PR wise, but that's not my job. Good luck. But other than that, yeah, I dabbled with some of the Damon X Machina Titanic Scion demo too. I just did some of the preliminary parts and I got to the surface of the planet. I've been playing handheld. The frame rate seems fine. I heard when you do like something online, the frame rate kind of gets a little spotty, but I haven't even gotten to that yet, so I can't really talk on it. But I'm liking what I'm playing so far, and that's mostly been it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Dark Sun Rider. Okay, you just finished the Black Tower with the Bosconians. Okay, cool. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about now. Keep at it, man. Keep at it.
For your boy, I've been playing the demo, the Damon X Machina demo, because you know I had to grab that since I've been hyping it for a while. Like, you know what? They haven't been talking about this. I do enjoy it a lot. Pacing wise, it's a lot faster than the other one, and I felt like the other one was faster than Armored Core. So it's I think they've done well with how they've set it up. I like the fact that you're in a suit now. You know, you got the whole suit set up instead of being in the actual mech and everything. So I feel like that's an advance forward. I do like the weapon. You know your boys already got the swords out. You know what I'm saying? Sting, 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 sting. I did think it was interesting that they, like, in that first little area, they have the thing chasing after you, and I'm like mowing it down.
I know, right? I was like, yeah, I can take it, and I was like, oh, wait a minit, this is scripted, and I just let me just keep going.
I was the same way.
I need my both
guns. Yeah. I'm attacking them from the, and like, pow, 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 pow. Let me dodge. Let me get around you. Pow, pow, pow. What? He hit me. Yeah. Oh, I'm only doing like 1-2 damage.
Right.
Okay, that's what that is.
I saw the other character. I put my game in the Japanese. I don't know why. I usually play like my anime games in English, but I put in Japanese this time. And when I heard how he was talking, I was like, oh, I've seen enough anime. He about to he about to do the I might not see him again. And lo and behold. Oh man.
So, but it was good. Like Jack said, I think it was wildly short. If I remember correctly, how they did it the last time, your character will move over to the actual game, so you don't have to worry about like remaking your character and all that other stuff. And I think also the stuff that you get as well. So you don't really have to worry about all of that kind of stuff. But very good game, very fun. Um, so because of Gamescom, I went back and played a little Halo, not Halo, because that doesn't exist.
Oh.
I went back and played Fallout 4 and just jumped right back in. Like, oh, okay, this is where I was at. This is what I was doing. Nothing of significance. Like, I can't tell you. Yeah, like I just kind of walked around, did some things, killed some people. I went into a vault, took that over, and left, and was like satisfied. So I had a little bit of time with that. I was actually gonna open up Starfield, and I was just like, Fallout sounds better right now. So ended up doing Fallout instead of Starfield. Played a little bit of Cyberpunk, and then I wanted to go play it again, and realized that my daughter didn't charge the Switch. And you know what's so funny now? You know what's so crazy? I was like, dang, I really want to play Cyberpunk, but the Switch is not charged. I came in here on the computer and sat down and was like, what do I want to play? And I looked dead at Cyberpunk and was like, nah. I want to play that. I want to play that on the TV. Like, I could literally just play it right here. It would have been okay. I picked up right where I left off. It was just like,
oh yeah, it is a Switch.
Yeah.
Dock mode.
That's okay. On a higher fidelity,
I'm cool.
Nah.
In bed with the Switch in my hand.
Right.
That's how I've been playing, like 80%. Unless
Yeah.
I'm recording something or the random stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as the work's done, I'm like,
Yep.
all right.
Yeah.
I've only had one disappointment with handheld. One.
Oh, really?
And that is my choice of accessories. I went with Savage Raven for my grip because there's this.
Oh, you don't like the grip?
Well, here's why.
Okay,
Because
I have
whenever I got it, it has like the lock up top.
Oh,
It
okay,
don't
yeah.
lock nothing. So
Yeah, that thing is weird. I understand what you, Jack. Yeah.
So not only does it not lock, mine just randomly fell out one day and I can't put it back in. So now if I have it a certain type of way to where my palm pushes, it pushes my Switch up out of the grip.
Wow.
So now I gotta go and spend more money on a freaking grip.
Oh man.
Because I was like, oh, it looks just like Satisfies. I know better now. So I might just end up going with the kill switch now that they've started, fixing theirs.
Okay, the brand,
with this recycle. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably end up going that route. I wasn't a big fan of the extension of the dock, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, dang. I'm sorry that happened. My own thing is, my thing is like sometimes I've had it where it will just like I loosened the little hatch to take it out to like dock it or whatever. Or like some games like Apex Legends. I totally forgot to talk about that. I've been playing that in mouse mode. But yeah. And so I would take it off for that. Sometimes it'll just fly off, and I'm like, where did the thing go? I know why they made that for the grip, but I think they're overthinking it a little.
Yep.
I think what they had with the OG for the Switch OLED one I had, I think that one was better overall.
Yeah. So, yeah, and it's funny that you say that because I still have not bought a grip.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for one of y'all to be like, this is it. This is the perfect grip.
I honestly got the grip because they had a bundle. And Jack probably knows what I'm talking about too. They had the bundle with the case.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna make a goofy video about this case. It's not a bad thing. It's just more like you'll see. It's gonna be dumb. I'm gonna try and make it entertaining though.
Because all the other accessories I got from them were dope. Like I got the thumb grip from them. It was pretty cool. Now I did get a transparent TPU case from them, but the only thing I don't like about it is the kicks. They didn't do a cutout for the kickstand.
That's weird.
So I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid, but it was sure, whatever. If that's what I'm getting ready to go back to, because honestly, I forgot I even had it. But going back to that, because it still gave me proper grip without making it too bulky. But yeah, I'm getting ready to take that other one off because it just keeps slipping out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be patient. Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all gonna have
be
it. Y'all
patient.
gonna have it.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have it.
Honestly, yeah, like outside the hatch thing, the grip works fine for me. I don't feel like my hands won't cramp or anything like that. I don't accidentally hit the L or R button, the shoulder buttons. So yeah, but yeah, holdouts. I mean, if you're perfectly fine with the ergonomics as is, by all means, keep rocking with it as it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it feels great otherwise. It's just you gotta be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So,
Other than that, I think, yeah, I still have been playing Diablo. Don't get it twisted. It's still been going
boy, you and
strong.
Diablo.
I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate that.
Blizzard is like, thank you for
Yeah,
playing our
they're
game. People
like,
online be like, same old Diablo again. Current Blizzard can't be trusted. And I'm like, people are so jaded, man. That's
Yes,
tough.
they are.
welcome,
I feel bad. Like,
welcome back, Sandstorm. Okay, I'll come back again.
yeah.
But yeah, and I won't say that I'm done anytime soon, but I am trying to find other things to like place on the top of that, so I don't really have to play that game. Um, Still have to beat Street Fighter, so I think this coming week will be some Street Fighter fun. And on top of that, so I guess to throw this out here, we will have a Stormcast next Saturday. I will be tired as all get out, but we are going to Cedar Point. Me and the Deacons are going to Cedar Point Thursday and Friday. And that's the perfect opportunity, man. If there's any opportunity to talk about games and put some people on,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
that
Right then and
opportunity.
there.
There it is.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. So I already got the little clips. I wish I could show y'all. As a matter of fact, I can show y'all. Sorry. They should be under the TV. So I have so I've been waiting, man. Now my kids have been using this. I told you guys they've been playing in the car with the Switch 2, been playing Mario Kart World. And so thank you. And so I actually got these accessories. Are you staying there? Can you close the door then? Thank you. So I actually got these accessories for the Switch right here. And so, yeah, and so you flip them onto the side, and then they sit on the back of.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's like the original Switch video where
like
they
the
like
original clip. That's
they
what
were playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I
Yeah.
was like, "That's King Boo!"
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
I feel
That's
like
cool.
I feel like nobody ever really went through with that idea.
No,
Like,
they didn't.
Honestly, if I had kids, I would have done that. Like, I'm not gonna front.
Yeah,
May or may not be for me specifically, but if they enjoy,
it definitely
Yeah.
changed the game. So
that's
like,
cool. That's
my
cool.
daughter now plays with the Pro controller, and having the like a little screen right there definitely works out. I'm like, yeah.
See, that it pays to
That's
have a parent that's a gamer, bro. Because if only I had half the mess my kids had. Like the fact
the
that my
thing.
kids, they don't
So
even
much
have
now.
to do that per se, which that's genius.
Mhm.
But with our van, it has 2 Amazon Fire TVs in the back, so they
Mhm.
and they have HDMI outputs, so they can just plug the switches out, and it also has like a outlet, so they can actually plug the charger into the outlet of the car. So they're good. They don't have to worry about battery at all.
Yeah.
What?
Future of technology, man.
I'm telling you, I'm like, I wish I could sit in the back seat.
That
I
was
drive everybody everywhere.
Yeah, it's so seamless now. I remember back in it was in the late '90s. When I visited my grandparents in Cincinnati. There was like a friend of the family, whatever. I would hang with them, and they had a van. And they had the TV that came out from the
Mhm.
top, and they had what was it? They had I think a Sega Genesis hooked up to it,
Mhm.
and that was like
Oh,
the first
wow.
time I played Sonic 1. So little kid me was like, "Why can't I spin dash?" Cause I played Sonic 2 before that. Cause Sonic 2 they bundled it with like all the Genesis. At
Yeah,
some point.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
So it was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So that was like the only time I ever played a game like a car like that, or
yeah.
just a vehicle. Period.
It's crazy because even talking nostalgia, like and thinking about it, I remember back when we used to have a van. We used to have the Chrysler van. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
yeah. So it was green, and so like we didn't have we had the regular model. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The extra regular model. You know, the Kendrick Lamar looking joint. You know.
Oh man, album number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deluxe.
And I remember back then we used to you get the egg the cart the what do you call those things the
The
not
crate,
yeah, get the
like
crate,
a milk crate or whatever.
put the little fat back, the baby fat back, not too big, not too big,
Oh,
the
Oh
okay.
baby fat
wow,
back, get the strap
nice.
on there, you know.
Hey, so you
Find
had to put your knife into it to get it
yeah,
done.
yeah. Find the little power strip that would be able to go into the cigarette lighter. They
Mhm.
were cigarette lighters back then. Now they called auxiliaries, but they were cigarette
You do
lighters.
call
Cigarette
it
lighters
cigarettes.
were saviors. You hear me?
They were the power source.
And that's how we would watch movies and stuff like that. But um, yeah, man, the technology of cars has gone so far to cater to that kind of lifestyle
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
for
crazy.
real.
Like, 'cause even with y'all talking about like vans as kids, I grew up with my grandparents. Now they had it was the Chevy like baby blue van.
Mhm.
Now, granted,
Yeah.
it had a TV, but it wasn't like the TV anybody else has currently. It was you remember like we used to have those portable TVs that you had to put all the freaking the D batteries in, and it has the antenna. It was black and white.
Oh no,
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah.
that one slotted into the van. So it was
Oh
in the
wow.
van. So you had to tune it, and it was black and white. So we never watched it because you never got any reception. But the cool thing about that van that I wish our van had, we love sitting in the back because we had the big window, but then it was like a little slide door with a screen on it,
Yeah,
and there was
yeah.
a slot in the middle to where they had a table, so you just slide it in, and it had two cup holders, and we would just play cards on that table.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was so dope. Like,
That's
and plus we
clean.
used to do so many backflips off the top of that van, but that was the van.
I wonder why that's like still not a thing. So I felt like for a while, like so the two co-pilot, I think that's what they call them,
Yeah,
pilot
co-pilot.
chairs, yeah, co-pilot in the middle. At one point, you could have them rotate around
Yep,
backwards, and then there was a platform or a table that would be able to
yep.
come up. They got to bring that back, man.
They have to. Like, Japan is
Yeah,
killing it. Like, Japan's minivans are off the freaking chain. You hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
But
they
yeah,
really
the
are.
closer you get to something like that, I think who is it? It's either Honda or Kia. They have it to where the like when you have the left and the right chair, the left one can slide to the middle, and it's
Mm,
preferred because if you have a car seat, you can slide to the middle and then pull it up, so that way you don't have to like reach all the way back. The baby can be
right.
right there to where you can access the baby. But yeah, I wish they had the rotating captain chairs within these vans.
I
I
would
don't know
never
why.
drive again.
Man, I would assume it's a safety hazard, but but yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, it makes me wonder because I'm like, dang, how safe is that not when you still have buses that still allow a person to sit backwards with no belt?
Yep,
You know what I'm
yep.
saying?
With no belt. That's right.
So, but that's neither here or there. So, go ahead and leave up the other games that you guys have been playing lately. Dark Sunrider said he was also playing Dragon Quest. I don't think I didn't catch that. Big said, "Oh no, did my camera go?
Yep.
Oh no!
It just did.
Hold on, let me see if we can
I
get
blame
back.
Restream.
Me too.
I like moved my foot,
That's just how I do.
and it just like it was like yeah nah. Hold on, give me a second.
I'm returning from the void. There we go.
That's so good. It's so crazy. Because when you said it and I looked, I was like, oh, that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Nah, I just had to get a Waterloo. No
Yeah, man.
sponsor. I'm just thirsty.
Yeah, man. I wish I had the ability to just sit in the back and just chill, man. I think the one time I got an opportunity to do that, and this was with my ex like years ago. I
Hmm.
had a Dodge, I think it was a Dodge Caravan. And I was like, you know what, man, like I just want to sit in the back. Can you please just drive? Like I always drive. I want to enjoy the vehicle I pay for. Like, what is it like
Exactly.
sitting back here? We didn't even make it out the apartment complex, and the freaking tire popped the nail popped the
Ah.
tire, and we had to pull over. And I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever had to change a tire on a van. It is so different from a car.
Is it really?
Is it?
Okay.
So
I've
different
only
from
had
a
to
car.
I've only had to change a tire once, and that was something I caused years ago. But it was my old Honda Civic, and it was one of those. Yep, you did it. You gotta learn.
Yep.
And I was just like, all right,
But
fine,
see,
let me do
that
it.
one's very simple. You go to the
It is
trunk,
straightforward.
lift it
Yeah.
up, there's a tire, you jack, and it's good. With a van, you have to go to the center console, get the jack, and you have to rotate the tire down because the spare tire is
Oh,
under
it's
the
underneath it.
car. Yeah, so you got to rotate it
Oh,
down, then get to the car and hook that bad boy and then yank it from up under there, and then you do everything else. It is so annoying. That's
I
why I
hadn't
was
even
like,
thought about that. Oh
I'm so
man.
thankful, like for the van that my grandparents had. Theirs had kind of like Jeeps have it now, to where the tire holder and on the back of it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what their van had, and I'm like, why did
that's
y'all get
good.
rid of this? Because
Yeah.
having to take out the center console and then rotate a tire down is ridiculous. Like,
That'd be like, okay, I have to mentally prepare myself for the nonsense and then do the tire change.
yes,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oof. That's good to know for the future. I mean,
For the
I'm probably gonna just stick with sedans for the time being. But if I am ever in a van, like a rental or whatever, or if I'm
yeah.
with a friend or family, and that happens, I'll be like, hey, just check that console.
That's one
Oof.
thing I hate too. For the simple fact that I didn't know I had to go through the reader's manual because it's not obvious by any means. But you know, with vans nowadays, I mean, most people are trying to stray away from them, and I think like Kia's gone about it the right way with their Carnival. They call it a MPV now. It's not. They don't
MPV.
call it a minivan no more. It's an
Multi-purpose
MPV.
vehicle
There you go. So it's an MPV. So it looks like a
rebrand.
sedan, like it looks like a big sedan, but it's still a
Okay.
minivan. And there's this, like, depending on what trim you get, you can have like the second row seats recline with the footrest, and you got the theater TV that comes. Like, the Kia's Carnivals are crazy, and the leather,
Hmm.
yeah, them things are stupid.
Huh, that's good. That's smart they did that because just in general, like the mid-size, I think what mid-size SUVs are like the most popular type of
Yeah.
vehicle now for like more than one person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess sedans are like right behind that. So
Yeah.
I guess that's Kia's way of staying relevant within the van space,
Yeah.
but not having the
I
the
mean,
stigma, quote unquote, of a van.
I feel like I feel like Kia, like in general, is decent, as all around. But it sounds like it's the minivan game is their expertise.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not.
it is, because it
I'm
surely is in the cars.
Yeah.
I had a I had a rental vehicle a few weeks ago due to some other nonsense. But I had the Sorrento for a couple of days, and that was actually that was a pretty nice. I think that was like a mid-size SUV. It was pretty nice. It
Yeah.
rode well,
Mhm.
had a lot of good features. That was the first time being like a car of like the whole dashboard was like touchscreen, and at first I was like, oh, okay, it's my first time. Let's see. And it really wasn't that hard to get used to. I mean, I prefer having some buttons and knobs because I guess I'm kind of
Mhm.
old school like that. I don't mind a touchscreen in it, but yeah, it was pretty good. And I used to drive a Kia Soul for like an old job I had like several years ago.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm cool with Kias for the most part.
Cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say that my camera was just like, you know what? I retired. I told you.
Man. You said it said I'm tired, boss.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Are you sure it's the Well, if you can hear us, are you sure it's the camera or like a cable? Uh-oh.
He might be all the way out of there.
I know, right? Oh man.
Oh no, I'm
Jeez.
good. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Every
Okay.
time I pull out the camera for whatever reason, it's like, oh, the mic is coming with me too. No, sir.
Oh,
The
okay.
mic is not coming with you too. The mic is all right. That's okay. That's okay. I don't need to be seen. Yeah, it's like it's trying.
Sound need to be seen.
It's trying. It's trying. But Yeah. See,
Oh
see,
wait,
like it's trying
It's
to catch
fighting.
it. It's
It's
trying
fighting.
to catch it. Like, no, I said no.
It's working overtime.
I'm retired.
RJ,
Because of Nintendo.
it isn't until they compromise the stream they heard us. They say,
Listen, Juice.
Bag termination.
Listen, Juice.
as
All right,
as Ansem with his low rent equipment,
Daddy,
winky
Daddy,
emoticon face.
Daddy Woos. All right, you get 2 kids and you tell me how that life is. And
Right.
teenager kids at that. Teenager kids.
Mm.
Well, I'm 1 year off of the second one being a teenager.
Uh-oh.
It's, yeah,
Close.
it's not fun. So, but yeah, no. So if you have any more games that you guys have been playing lately, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below, and we'll still shout them out. With that being said, let me put this on hold for a second. With that being said, there are a couple things that we do have to talk about. One of them I actually didn't tell Jack or Geronimo this, so that's my fault. But one of them will come in the form of so
Yeah.
we got a little bit of new information from Pokemon on the Pokemon side.
Oh yeah.
Multiplayer.
Multiplayer Pokemon.
This game definitely didn't look like it was going to need any kind of multiplayer or support multiplayer for that. So
how were you gonna do it? And but I like this.
I was surprised. I'm glad we're talking about this because I forgot. Matt, what's it called? VGC Worlds was last weekend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they usually do put something up that's focused for competitive with the next game, like for news. And seeing this, I was like, yo, Game Freak heard the people who was like, Legends Arceus was cool, but no multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did this for them. And this has potential for sure. It looks fun.
Yeah. How you feel about it, Jack? Because I think I tagged Jack first. Was like,
Yeah.
the game kind of changed.
Wow, they're actually showing a fair bit of Pokemon. I didn't even know were in this game. They
Yeah.
got the monkey from Black and White.
Yeah.
I
And see,
did not.
And for me,
Okay.
like when you think about multiplayer with Pokemon, there's always been either 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, and then they've gotten into like these raid battles, starting with Sword and Shield. And so when you see something like this, I don't know how they went about making sure that they keep it balanced. Make sure that they keep it, I wouldn't say fair, but ensuring that everybody has a fair shot, because I think it's three knockouts and you're out of there.
Yeah.
Or is it just a time limit thing, and then whoever has the most knockouts wins, I think is how they explained it. But to just get to that point of like, okay, once I'm out, I'm not just out. I can come back and my Pokemon are back full health. Let's get back into it. So it's never a point to where you're like, dag, man, they wiped me out or they jumped me. So now I'm out of here and I didn't get a chance to fight. Like, this is like, you got to watch your back. Because even at the end of, I don't know about this particular clip, but at the end of what they showcased, Dragonite Mega Evolved and took 3 out at the same freaking time and ended up winning the entire match at the last second. So, you know what I'm
Always
saying?
catering the Gen 1.
Because it's like time and place. And that was, from one of the takeaways that I heard from somebody that's been at Gamescom playing this, you yourself can do all the dodging, but you can't like have your Pokemon dodge, which I'm like, okay, well, how fast do they move? And
That's interesting.
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know this whole thing is centered around having advantages with your Pokemon type as well as your movement, and then also with your cooldowns, like you having to genuinely like manage your cooldowns opposed to like PP. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I want to try it out firsthand just to see like how this can work, because the first thing I thought about was like, okay, the Ampharos should be taking out the Gyarados, and it should also be taking out
Right.
flying Pokemon. Like, this should be a clean sweep for Ampharos. But yeah, it was dope to see this, man. It was pretty cool.
Man, seeing this loop a bajillion times, seeing different things going on. So
Yeah.
yeah, like it's fully free for all, which is actually pretty cool. Or at least based off this, it looks fully free for all. It looks like, okay, I think what's gonna, without even getting the hands on of how these mechanics are, I do think once again, I think speed's gonna be king, depending on how that balances with your Pokemon attacking and moving around, like for repositioning. I
Mhm.
did see on the end here for Ampharos, what was it? It did protect against
Mhm.
the Talonflame. So makes me like think, yeah, protect might be very important, or blocking or type moves like that.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious how the move pool in this game is gonna be.
Yeah.
Which once let's see, it comes out with mid-October.
October
Since
16th.
this is a Switch One game, and Nintendo's efforts from the past year and a half, 2 years with against the piracy or whatever. Once the game leaks a few weeks before, we're gonna get into that pre-release Pokemon leak season where a bunch of mechanical information is gonna come out,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and that's actually a pretty fun time. It's for if you
Yeah.
just want to know like Pokemon. But anyway, but yeah, no, this looks really dope, and it looks like you have, or at least up to 3 maybe, because you have your one that's out of the Pokeball, and you have 2 that looks like they're still in the Pokeball.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, this is. Yeah, I think we're gonna need some like official previews talking like in depth, talking about how the combat and how the ebb and flow goes, how switching Pokemon goes. Do you just, like you said, Jack, like once your Pokemon faints, do you just get set to your spawn area with a new Pokemon, like how it begins here?
Mhm.
Or do you have to like, there's a lot going on. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
there's a lot. And
This
then
is so
also
unexpected, man.
like
It's exciting.
collecting those things around, and that was like to kind of build up the Mega Evolution. So you don't have to fight the entire
Yeah.
time. You're like, okay, let me just run around and collect stuff,
Yeah.
turn into my Mega Evolution, and then just wreak havoc, like with my special attack.
Man, it's gonna be something.
I'd be that.
Strategy.
Don't run. Don't run.
Right.
Don't run.
Shit, I'm gonna keep me a revenge killer type Pokemon. If they have like, I mean, see now the competitive Pokemon brain is coming back. If they have like, if you can have like extreme speed or like a sucker punch or something, they try and attack like, nah, I got you, bow,
Right.
and just knock off the rest of the health, and that's it. Oh man.
Yeah.
I
this
think
looks
it's.
dope.
I think too. Hopefully, this is a setting where you jump in with your friends. Because if you get one of them
Yeah.
situations, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's Team Rocket. Yeah, we all here to jump you, cuz. What's up?
Yo, that'd be amazing. I feel like that's gonna be like a next step if they, or whenever they want to get to that, like a combination of this type play style, but like the true openness, I guess,
Yeah.
of like with Scarlet Violet. I don't know if they're gonna attempt that for Gen 10, I assume is next year.
Mhm.
But yeah, just being like us just out in the world. You see, like you said, a Team Rocket or whatever. You just jump in, defeat their dozen Zubats or whatever, and you just that's kind of the dream right there.
Like, I would love for this to like really take off for like kids at school. Like, yeah, we'll see you. Hey, get on the game tonight. We'll see you. We finna fight. We finna fight anyway. And you like, what? It's supposed to be 1-on-1. Yeah, I brought
You
me
thought
and
that-
my boys.
You
I
thought
brought
it
me and
was
my
on
boys. Get him! You know what I'm saying?
Get jumped. It's crazy.
And then of course we have the voice chat on Nintendo. Game chat, I'm sorry, game chat. So
Yeah.
just having the little screens in the bottom too, or whatever.
Yeah, it
It's
changes up the game,
It
man.
changes up everything.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna kill everybody.
Explosion!
Explosion!
There's an explosion out of nowhere. Yo, that's toxic.
How would that work with self-destruction in this? Like, if I got a
That's what I'm
Voltorb,
wondering.
just
Yeah.
like, let me just blow myself
Yeah.
up in this.
That would be wild. Just have like your lead Volta or lead Electro if it's in the game, all that speed stat,
Yeah.
just explosion, boom. All right, let me bring my actual Pokemon out, and y'all too.
Oh, man.
I got two electrodes and a graveler to hold down the defense.
Yo, that'll be toxic for sure.
Yeah.
Like depending on how the range of that is too. Oh man, just all your Pokemon just has a self-destruct or explosion.
yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
crazy.
There's certain things that they're gonna have to leave out on that one.
Yeah. Oh, I think they will, because they definitely took liberties with Legends Arceus, and they even changed up how Ice Element and Blizzard works in that too. So
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But yeah, man, this man,
Yeah. So
I'm ready for previews. The official previews.
RJ said This looks interesting. Definitely
Yeah.
agreed.
Very.
I think it's very attractive. It gives you more to do outside and after playing the actual game, right? So
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things that I'll definitely check out because I'm not really a multiplayer when it comes to Pokemon,
Me
just
either.
because I know how trash I actually am.
Right.
But to play in this aspect, I'd be like, oh, hold on
You got
now.
a shot.
Yeah, hold on now.
You definitely got a shot. Because I mean, seeing this, because what you got this aspect,
Mm-hmm,
you got the ranking aspect going from Z to A.
mm-hmm,
You got
Yup.
the story mode in itself. I'm pretty sure they still got battles. They haven't said anything about gyms per se. 'Cause, I
mm-hmm.
mean, we're in the city, so I doubt we got gyms. They probably just got like certain
I think they'll have
bosses.
something
I
similar.
think
Yeah.
it's probably some people who are my thought process is like, they have like the day night thing as far
Yeah.
as like catching Pokemon and battling. I think nighttime is when they come out. They can be like, you in the wrong part of Paris, mon ami. And
What up, cuz? What up, cuz?
Yeah, what's
It's the
good?
afternoon game. You don't know. You ain't even supposed to be around here.
That's right. That's right. Then come through with the what's the sword Pokemon called? Aegislash.
Yeah.
Then Kalos.
Yeah.
Come through with the Aegislash gang. All these sword and shield looking Pokemon.
We'll come cut you up, cuz, real quick.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think it'll be something like that. Like just certain like turf areas you might have to
Mhm.
battle 'em.
Yeah. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely excited for this. Pokemon ZA comes out October 16th, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, that sounds right.
Which brings me to our next conversation and slightly closer to our main conversation. The ROG Ally also comes out on October 16th. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, I saw some of what was the Xbox Gamescom thing.
Mhm.
I think it was Wednesday or something like or Thursday, one of those days.
It
I
did
saw
twice.
they did it twice. Okay, I think I saw a part day one, and then they were like, "Hey, here's the Xbox ROG Ally," and I mean, it seems pretty cool.
Mhm.
It's mostly your standard ROG Ally, but with some Xbox focused features. I
Mhm.
think you have more flexibility going between the Xbox app interface and maybe like I guess actual Windows or something.
Mhm.
I mean, still no price due to worldwide economic reasoning and stuff like that, whatever term they said. The economic climate or whatever.
Mhm.
But other than that, I mean, that's fine. Like I think for folks that are already into the PC handheld space, they're willing to throw, the money to stuff, and they are invested in the Xbox ecosystem. I don't see why not get that instead.
Mhm.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if they'll sell their Xbox Series X or whatever or S for that. I doubt it.
Mhm.
But, I mean, I guess it's another option. I'm not mad of its existence at this point. I'm just curious how much it will cost.
Mhm. It says, as of right now, it's expected that the regular one, the white one,
Mhm.
is going to be $549.99, and that the black one, the X, will be $899.99.
Yeah, close to a band. That kind of got me like, oh, I know I'm not part of that demographic.
Mm.
Oh, that's kind of rough.
Mm.
Yeah, but there
Oh
it is.
yeah. Hey, RJ, you said something right there. How do people feel about them not announcing a price at the time they show off? Is that okay now? Are we okay with that now?
It's Nintendo's fault as always.
Yeah.
They Mario Kart's $80. The Switch is $50 cheaper. I mean, $50 more than what I think it should be in my mind. It's their fault for everything.
Yep.
Nah, I mean that's really the only thing about that whole show. It's just kind of like cool, but that price though. And they're like, hey, we'll announce it. They're like, hey, we'll play it for you some other time. And it's like, all right, man. We get why you tiptoeing on the price. Everybody with a brainstem knows why.
Yeah.
But it's just like you got to do it at some point. You're either gonna have to eat some cost somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
You might as well
Right.
do it now. To be honest, I think you might as well do it now and let it simmer.
Yeah.
Then do it later, so everybody be like, "Oh, not buying that now."
They should just rip the. Yeah, they should just rip. I mean, we're not quite a holiday season yet, but September is around the corner. You know, so we're about to hit fall time. We're gonna be thinking, okay, what am I gonna get XYZ for ABC person or whichever? We're gonna be figuring out, like, I'm figuring out what games I really still want for the rest of the year because Prime 4 does not have a date yet.
Right.
But yeah, so I think you just need to rip the band-aid off and just put a price down. I know things are unpredictable due to the annoying orange, but I think they really just gotta, they gotta rip the band-aid off. Don't hide it on the website like Nintendo kind of sort of did.
Yeah,
well, not hide it, I'm sorry. Let me correct
They
it.
buried it.
They buried it because they didn't want the smoke like that, which was a little surprising. But
right.
Yeah, that's really it. Cool tech, I guess, for the people that want it. Show the price for those that are interested.
RJ said, if the price of those two is true, what's the huge gap? If I remember,
I can tell you. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Take a look at the current ROG Ally and the Ally X. What they end up doing was, if you remember, the Ally, when it first came out, the Z1 Extreme, that one was around like 700 when it first dropped, but eventually it came down substantially. And then now but they also had like two variants of it. They had a Z1 and they had a Z1 Extreme, which I know a lot of people were going back and forth on, like, which one should I get. So the X right now, I think, is what, 800. I believe the Ally X is 800.
I just pulled it up. 800.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, like with that standard one, if you look at the specs of it, I don't think it's a substantial enough jump like that. But for whatever reason, ROG does this because it's more enticing to get that entry point. Granted, it's crazy to call $600 entry level, but
right,
that is something that they've done in the past, and they realized that a lot of people gravitated towards the Z1 than they did the Z1 Extreme, because I think it was like $100 to $200 difference at the time. And because you could still get what you wanted out of it. And I think ultimately, even when you listen to some people that played it, they're trying to gear you towards that cheaper one, because they were like, okay, while the X is like enthusiast, like you want to make sure you can play everything at a certain level, to where they're like, well, with this white one, you can still play the games you want to play. You may not be able to get up to like 1440 or anything like that, or 2160, but it's going to play your games. And I think that is why they did such a significant jump in a price point of like, hey, here's an entry level, and then this one's more for the enthusiasts on this side of the house, similar to what they did with their current lineup they have now.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that too, because they showed off the white one more so than the black one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
White one has the Xbox colors for the buttons.
Yep.
I'm looking at the website, so I see it.
I think the white one was also the 720p screen.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
And the X is the 1080. Yeah.
Yeah. So while Nintendo could be like, yeah, our screen is a higher definition, I know they're gonna be like, well, 720. You know how Digital Foundry is. 720p is the exact type of resolution we need for this kind of screen. I don't know why Nintendo didn't go this way.
And then also too, RJ, looking at it too, I'm on the site now. The Ally itself comes with 16 gigs of RAM, to where the X comes with 24, and then they have a storage difference too, to where one is 512 and the other one's a terabyte. And if you know anything about that form factor size, the freaking SSDs, they range in prices, and this is nuts. But yeah,
I think it's wild that they have 16 gigs and 24 gigs of RAM.
That's where they're going.
And that Windows 11 overhead.
Yeah, that's crazy. How much?
Right.
The Switch has 12, right?
I think so.
Yes, it's 12 gig of RAM. Supposedly, only 9 gig is usable. Supposedly, I don't know if we got a hard confirmation on that or not, but
yeah, that's.
Oh wow! When you look at the full breakdown now, it really makes sense of the price difference.
Actually, let me
definitely makes sense now, because one thing I've noticed while looking at PCs, getting into builds, these AI processors, they've jumped into a whole other stratosphere with these doggone prices. So anything that got that freaking AI in front of it, like look at the look at the
yeah.
MSI Claw. Like MSI Claw has two variants too. It
That's right.
has the MI and the AMD Ryzen Z2, and then it has the AI one, and the
Yeah.
AI one is substantially different.
Mm.
Yeah, so they definitely yeah, I mean there's a reason why they've increased it, and then also looks like it has different IOs as far as the ports are concerned too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just a colorway change. It's and then even the battery's bigger.
Yeah. The
So
battery.
yeah, it's a lot there.
The Ally X represents a substantial upgrade over the original ROG Ally, particularly in performance.
Yep.
We'll see how that works in the real world.
Right. I mean, the sites like ROG Ally Life, they're gonna eat it up because I mean they're gonna have to go back through and retest and get all the configurations. But you know, for my little small take on this whole situation, the positive, I will say I like the fact that they did show gameplay. I'm still like half and half on the look. It still looks a little weird to me. But with stuff like that, it grows on you over time. You know, looking at the handles, they said that they kind of curated that from the Xbox controller. So hopefully the grip in itself doesn't require you to then have to go and buy a case to make this comfortable. So hopefully that's good. I know ROG learned their lesson from the original Ally with the X, because if anybody remembers, the original Ally, you could not use SD cards because they had it right next to the freaking battery and it would burn out the SD card and you couldn't use it. So
Wait, really?
yes, that's why I
weird design decision.
That's why I changed, swapped out my SSD instead of getting an SD card, because you have a opportunity of the SD card getting burnt by the battery. And
when you said it, I'm sorry. When you said SD card, I thought you said SS. I thought you meant SSD. That's why I was like, wait, what? I remember hearing about the SD card slot issue. I didn't know that was the cause of it though. Now that
it's right over the freaking battery, so it's a lot of heat there. So then with the X, they moved it to the opposite side.
Gotcha. Buy our new thing. We fixed it. Sorry.
There you go for an extra $500. But anyway, so it's like,
right.
But I like that they added the Xbox button, because one of the frustrating things right now with the current Ally, because I have the Z1 Extreme version, when you play on Steam, there is an opportunity for you to press the Xbox button for a menu, but there is no Xbox button on there. So you have to press the string. So that's pretty cool. And then hopefully the sticks are a little bit tighter, because one thing I don't like is these loose sticks. I can't get any precision with that. But from what they also said, having this handheld compatibility program that is akin to Steam Deck's compatibility program, I hope they genuinely take this serious. This is what I was saying in previous shows of what they would need to alleviate the headache that comes along with, you know, playing on PC. I think somebody within their comment, they were talking about they had a current processor in their computer that was AI, and the AI on that processor finds the configurations for them and then adjust it in game, and then therefore they don't have to go and tinker. Now, I don't know if the X is going to do that, but Xbox themselves have said that they are dedicating this time to play and try every game and try to figure out like what's the best configuration for this device, because of course developers can't code the PC because there's so many different, you know, variable factors there. So that is a positive. As far as like the memory space, the RAM, all that good stuff, like that's all positive. The negative I have with this is the timing. I'm okay with the price because I know other handhelds. So the timing of this and the current support that it's going to have out the gate. And what I mean by that is they're now diving in headfirst into this Play Anywhere initiative. That should have already been in play. Like Play Anywhere has been around for a hot minute. Why are you just now taking it serious?
Right.
Because they got to deal with ASUS with this handheld now. I guess that's the only reason.
Which is cool, but you can't come, because what they did is what most companies tend to do. They throw numbers at you.
Yeah.
So the first thing that came out their mouths was, "Oh, with Play Anywhere, we're already got 1,000 games ready to go." What 1,000 games?
Right.
What's the list? Yeah, you got
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's be specific now.
Yeah, like you need
Silk
to be
Song.
because
That's really
yeah,
on it.
for sure, Silk Song's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Forza's gonna be one of those. Tony Hawk
Yeah.
is gonna be one of those. But what if I'm a sports head? Is 2K gonna be Play Anywhere?
That's a good point.
Because I think 2K25 was Play Anywhere. So
Mhm.
hopefully they continue that trend. But then also, if I'm playing anything else that's not Xbox first party or that's not a part of the EA Play program,
Mhm.
will my game work? So that's something that they really gotta like bog down on, and then also like the cloud function of it. But then also too, anybody that's bought any games with Xbox from a digital standpoint or even a physical standpoint, your library matters if it's in Play Anywhere, but outside of that, your library doesn't matter. You
Right.
are starting over. So because I have a strong feeling their real handheld that they're gonna create themselves is gonna mirror this along with their next generation hardware. It's essentially gonna be a Steam machine.
Yeah.
I have the it's gonna be a Steam machine.
Yeah, people be like, yeah, I can't wait to get this new Xbox Ally and side load the Linux for Steam OS on it. A lot of videos.
Oh, everybody's gonna go straight to Bazite. Bazite is going to
Bazite,
be
right.
they download. So that's where to me personally, I love the idea because in the console space, no one's willing to give Xbox a chance. Let's be 100% honest. Like Xbox could come out tomorrow and say, "Hey, our console is $20 and all of our first party games are free," and most people will still rather dog it than to go give it a chance.
Yeah.
I just don't know why, but either or,
Tribalism.
it is, yeah, and that is horrible. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, hopefully this works for them. I mean, they need to get something in play. I mean, Game Pass is going to be something fantastic for them out the gate.
Mhm.
No matter how you feel about Game Pass, there's nothing better than saying to yourself and or your parents, if you are a kid, and say, "Hey, mom, dad, all you got to do is buy me this console and this subscription, and I'm cool. Don't worry about games just yet. I'll come to you if I need to get some games. But right now, out the gate,
Out the
Yeah.
gate.
if it's $600 and 9 times out of 10, both of these are going to come with 3 months, if not more, of Game Pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So out the gate, give me 600. I'll shut up. I'm out your face for a hot minute until I gotta go get something. But yeah, so I hope it will.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely rooting for Xbox. I know this is like their 20th pivot in like the past decade and a half, but I don't want them to. I want them to get better at what they're doing in the gaming space. Stop shuttering studios. Stop firing hundreds of people because oops. You know, if this does well for them, that'll be great. Because that means they can hopefully retain the people that that they bought through the past 5, 6, 7 years of acquisition stuff. I mean,
how do you move them over? Because you think about this, like
stuff.
So this is harder than getting them from last gen to next gen.
That's true. And I was one of those people that went 360 to PS4 off the strength of me and my friend group. We all did the same thing pretty much.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This is harder because you're not carrying anything over.
No.
That's true.
You're starting brand freaking new.
That's true. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna jump headfirst into this, you gotta be you gotta be 100% digital, like conscious, like that's the life you chose. Which, granted, if you're already, I did have Game Pass. I canceled my Game Pass like over a month ago. Actually, the first half of the year, played a number of things great on there. But I just was like, yeah, I don't think I need to pay for it anymore right now.
Right.
But yeah. I think folks that are deeply ingrained in the Game Pass want to have a way to play the Game Pass games on the go, as long as they have a reasonable expectation on performance and graphics. There you go. But it's a lot of bullet points, though. It's a lot of bullet points to check off to be able to jump into it. I think he'll do all right this holiday season. I don't know about like next year going forward. I'm not sure, but really, ultimately, I think it comes down to what we always say about all the Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. It's all about the games, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta, they
But
canceled
there's
Perfect Dark. That's rough.
but they're
Now,
starting off with a plethora of PC games.
that's
That's where they
true.
win.
That's true. I mean, shoot, they could I don't know if someone over there is trying to gather a portion of the younger crowd. Like we saw
Mhm.
at the indie direct. They're bringing one of the goofy goofy horror type games. Was it Content Warning? They're bringing that over to
Content
Switch and
Yeah,
Warning.
Switch
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like if they can start saying, hey, you can play Peak on here, the Goofy Mountain Climb game. You can play Lethal Company on here. You can play what's the other one? Lockdown Protocol. All those silly games.
Yeah.
Revo. If
Yeah.
they start pushing that, and some of these, these doctored images I'm looking at on the website, like they got like Silksong and stuff on it. I think that's a decent start. I mean, I'm no marketing type person, but that's just top of my head. That's what I think they could try and do to gather more people.
There's
Yeah.
one thing that you're missing too. Looking at the specs, right?
Hmm.
For what little bit they've given us, this could potentially, with good Wi-Fi, this could run VR.
Mm.
Oh,
VR.
actually, let me look at the actual specs on the website.
Because I've tried Steam VR with my current Ally. But it starts up. but
Yeah.
ultimately this kills
Oh.
my current Ally. So if we're talking about they're already on the Quest, like Xbox app is already on the Quest. So
Right,
if you want
that's
to play
right.
cloud gaming. So if they double down and say, hey, look, we have the Ally and the Ally X along with our Quest 3S Xbox that we just dropped, like you can play VR games on this. They need to lean into the fact that not only all our first parties are here, some of our competitors' first parties are here.
Yeah.
You got PC games that are already here. You have all these different launchers from GOG to Epic to Steam to whatever, Humble Bundle, all that stuff. And then on top of that, download Steam VR because the requirements for Steam VR are very low. Like they're not high by any stretch of the imagination. It's more of the games. But if we showcase to you that you can now do wireless top-notch PC VR with this device by not having a big rig or like a very expensive laptop, they gotta drop home with that. They have to. And if they can even by some form of the imagination start getting PC VR games into Game Pass.
Actually, you know what? I think you're onto something, Jack.
Because because a lot of people stay away from VR for a multitude of reasons. But one of the key reasons now are the prices of their games are going through the roof. And sometimes when you go and you get these games, you start realizing like this is another freaking sandbox, or this is like another tech demo and you just charged me $50 for this.
Right.
Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like,
Right.
I know a lot of people love Super Hot. I'm not a big fan of Super Hot on VR. I'm just not. Like, if I
We
want
played it once on VR at like one of those VR places you go to, and it was cool. But like to dedicate a part of gaming session at home playing like that,
it's all right. But if you want to talk about dodging bullets and shooting stuff, get Pistol Whip. Pistol Whip has amazing music. They always got DLC. They even got story mode, and also you can play John Wick. But it's it's a better game and it's cheaper. Like,
already sold me.
So that's where I'm like, they got to just say we are the same thing that got them in trouble could save them now. Because you remember with the Xbox One, they was like, oh, this is like the everything box. Like this got the entertainment, it's got games,
Xbox,
TV, all the stuff. Yeah, they were doing everything to where now you can like, hey, you want PC games? We got them. Want Xbox games? We got them. You want PlayStation games? We got them. You want VR games? We got them. You want Game Pass? You want cloud? Like they genuinely can be Oprah with this whole ordeal. And now they won't advertise it, but I'm pretty sure the PC crowd will. Emulators.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that's what they do. They'd be like, wow, look at how great this looks. They record a clip, you'll never play it again. But hey, it runs it.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
I mean, this genuinely could be the everything device, but all they have to do is just nail the configuration portion of it. That's
Yeah.
all they have to nail. And if they have this, if they tell you, hey, look, we're working on this, and we'll tell you what to put in for a regular Ally, but with Ally X, it'll do it for you because it has the AI chip.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are going to go that route. Like, yeah. Now, if that price is a little wild, but you'd be surprised. Like I said, we got a firm, clear the whole. Trust me.
Yeah.
We're going to get this device and put it on 4 payments, 6 payments.
Right.
Yeah.
Use,
payment plans
what
go
what is
crazy.
the new thing now to make payments? What is it called?
Klarna.
Klarna and the firm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Klarna.
Yeah.
Klarna about to get like that. A lot of new Klarna accounts all of a sudden.
Like I said, they're gonna get this now for the idiots that were doing it for burritos. That was stupid. But
Yeah, right.
for this, because like I said, I'm a user of a firm.
Mhm.
Like I've gotten like my very first PC, like my real PC, that was through a firm.
Yeah.
That's when they were first starting off in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because people didn't have the loot to do stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
GPUs are too much because of the crypto boom and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, at this point, man, I mean, the battery efficiency is to still be seen.
Mhm.
To me, because of the space that I'm in, they do have competition that's dropping around the same time.
Yeah.
So we're all familiar with GPD Win.
Yep.
They're dropping their new device around the same time, and theirs is shaped like a PSP.
Hold on. Is this the 4? The Win 4?
Yeah,
or
the
something?
4. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I heard they were dropping one. I haven't really seen what it looks
So
like.
the fact that
Hold
this
on.
thing is more powerful,
That's
if not on par, smaller in form factor, has a fingerprint sensor, all that other jazz. Like
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Is
What
a
is
lot of
that
people
price
don't know.
at, though?
Let me see. Let me take a look if they put a price on
Yo,
it yet.
what?
That's
Um,
crazy. This looks kind of dope.
depending on your configuration, it can get from 883
Yeah.
up to 1135.
Wow.
But that 1135 is 32 gigs of RAM along with 4 terabytes
This is kind of
Oh.
slick.
of
Yeah.
space.
You got
So-
the slide up keyboard looking like a
Yeah.
sidekick.
Right.
What?
That part.
So
Is
that's
that
the
PSP?
nature.
Nah, bro. You ain't seen nothing like this, bro.
Man,
That's the competitive nature of it, and they've been in the game a lot longer
that's true.
than either of them. So, like I said,
Yeah.
and that depends on what you go with. So, like if you go with their AI chip, the highest is 1513. Like they don't eat costs. Like trust me, GPD don't try to eat costs. But if you want the best of the best, they got the Ryzen AI 9 chip along with 32 gigs of RAM. But their benefit is you get 4 terabytes worth of freaking space.
Yeah.
I
So-
see. Holy smokes, 4
Wow.
terabyte. Yeah, I see why the price is like that. I
Mhm.
see.
So
4
now it makes you
terabytes.
so okay. So first things first. This is as much as people are going to start comparing, and of course, you know, we're going to get into some Digital Foundry stuff. This is not a competitor to the Switch still.
No.
This is more in competition with Steam. So now we'll see if this is like if how much they're gonna sell compared to the rest of the other PC handhelds, because that's
Mhm.
basically what this is geared towards.
Yeah.
And that GPD Win, that sounds like a deal. Even if you're looking at the lowest one, it's
Yeah.
still it's
Shoot, the form
competitive.
factor alone is just like that is a PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And the biggest problem,
Yeah.
my son just went through it. He was like, Dad, how do I pull up the keyboard on here? And I was like, oh, you got to hold the secondary button on the back and press up on the D-pad to where this slide the screen up, and
Yeah.
there's the keyboard.
amazing,
Dang.
amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it all turns out. I definitely think the more people who get in this market, it helps Nintendo out even more.
100%. Yeah.
Especially with trying to get stuff on handhelds and make that work.
Mhm.
It could hurt them too, because the excuse will be, well, these are X amount stronger and handheld form, so it's just a struggle. It's just a struggle to get it working on the Switch 2 with we've seen it a million times, so
Yeah.
it's nothing new. But I do also hope that the Xbox Ally X definitely, I hope it works out, because I need Microsoft to get themselves together and
Yeah.
Still waiting.
get some sort of win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also their biggest downfall too was not announcing a dock. Now, granted, the ROG Ally adapter that you can buy, it has the HDMI in it.
It's like a
Mhm.
wall
But
plug, right?
yes,
or
the wall
something?
plug. Because I mean, the Ally had that too, but it was I didn't care for it. But
Yeah.
it was overpriced too. I got a dock cheaper than that and just used the one that came with it. So, but yeah, they don't have a dock. And once again, like I said, going back to GPD Win, they have one that they advertise, a dock that's made directly for their device. That to me, that was a drop opportunity right there. Not saying they're trying to be like the Switch, but if you ever paid attention to Steam Deck or any of these other PC handhelds,
Yeah.
they all advertise like, oh, we have a dock coming, or either you can go to this third party and get this dock. So
Yeah.
that way you can play it on your TV, and as soon as you plug up your Xbox controller to it, it'll recognize it and everything will function as it should. But I still believe in them. I believe in them. I believe in them.
They're gonna
Will
get it
I
right.
purchase it? I don't know, but
I will
I
not.
believe in them.
I strongly will not. Not at all. Not
Yeah.
for 600, not for 700, not for 800, not for 500.
I was going to get like a Steam Deck last fall
Mm-hmm.
until certain things happened, and I saw how Monster Hunter Wilds was gonna be based off the beta, and I was like, well, let me just get the GPU, which I think I did pretty good because the 4000 line of the RTX graphics cards are gone. It's like brand new ones from Nvidia. They said once they're gone, they're gone. Good luck with this, the aftermarket. And yeah, I think it was a better investment overall. Like, if I really want to play some hand, I got the I got the backbone attachment for my phone. I can just do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very. And then of course Switch 2 Life is here, so
Mhm.
pretty happy with the Switch 2. So that even then I'm just kind of like, I think I made the right move. But yeah.
RJ says, I think what many want to see is Microsoft's IPs, but will that convince people to spend money when they can just buy them on Nintendo? Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, really good point. Because the front runner is Forza right now.
Mhm.
So where Forza is so great on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So
True.
Halo lost out. Gears, we'll see
Halo.
what Gears does, because Reloaded just dropped. And then they have the new one that's coming whenever it comes. So we'll see.
2020X. Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
He said 2020X.
Mega Man years, or I'm sorry, Metroid years. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see for sure.
He said, especially seeing something like Gears, Forza, or COD.
Yeah.
If Gears is a
'cause-
slam dunk, I think it can do decently well. Forza is Forza. It's gonna it just wherever Forza goes, it's gonna do well.
Yeah.
As far as I guess
Yeah.
Horizon, Motorsport. After I hear from some people, I don't know about that. I don't know about Motorsport right now, but Horizon, Forza, solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no
think.
time to cook. They'll come back.
Yeah. I believe in playground games. I just need them to get Fable out,
Right.
Well-
and then they can get Forza.
Okay.
I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? Everything is just like, yo, they're the last one. But anyway, and COD is COD, really. That's just who has the
That's gonna
marketing deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's COD. Yeah.
Extreme said Steam Deck OLED. What's up, Extreme? I don't think we've seen you on here.
Oh,
How are you doing?
what's good?
Thank you for coming through. We really appreciate you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on all of our channels.
Definitely.
But he said he or she said Steam Deck OLED is all right. It can be a pain to deal with. though.
Yep. Yep.
Darn.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, I've only tried a couple of my friends have the LCD Steam Deck, and it's cool. It's like the form factor is bulky, but it's comfortable, I guess. But as far as I guess pain to deal with, yeah, I think as we go along, I think Steam Deck Steam Deck is starting to have kind of like what the Switch One had, where it's like after a while, certain games just ain't really. You got to compromise. I mean, fortunately, you can tweak things more on there, as opposed to Switch. It's like what you have is what you get, unless you have a hacked one where you can tweak the clock speeds or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, if I had a Steam Deck, it would really be for very specific like indie type games. a couple of like bigger games. I probably wouldn't be looking like, can Ninja Gaiden 4 run on it? I probably wouldn't be looking forward for stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the handheld space. I'm sure Valve's probably gonna announce Steam Deck 2 next year. That's what I think they'll do.
I don't think they are.
You don't think so? Or you
No.
don't think the chip is the chip exists? You think they want
Even
to
if it
get
does
into?
exist, I think what Valve did
Mhm.
was they showcased what can be done
True.
and that you can be successful in it. They opened up Steam OS
And they were
and they
like, we're
said,
good.
y'all do your thing.
That's
I think
true.
We're
That's a
good.
good point. Yeah.
I think their next move is a Steam machine. And then it's
Yeah,
like, all right,
that's
cool. You can now, have these mini ITXs or these mini cases that look like consoles, but they're PCs, and we have Steam OS to show you how you can do it, and it runs flawless.
Mm.
I think they're just trying. They're creating these systems as a advertisement for Steam. Not
So
like they
that
needed
you would jump on. Yeah.
it.
we need more people on Steam. More.
So I don't
Gabe
know.
needs another yacht.
I can see that. I can see that. Like, especially because they're the most successful ones as far as like the PC
Mhm.
handhelds go.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, if we can do it, anybody can do it.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, like you said, that's actually a smart move for the handheld. And so, like, oh, you can dial it down to here, but you can tune it up to here if you get the
Mhm.
box, And we'll talk about this later, but it seems like the consoles are starting to get a little bit more expensive anyway.
Dang it, Nintendo! You had a Kirby Direct, Kirby Air Riders Direct. You caused PlayStation to. Anyway, we'll get to
We gotta get out of here.
it. Well, we definitely called it. It was gonna happen. It
Yeah.
was
I think
inevitable.
most people with common sense knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, it was really never like a if. It was a win because they did for every other region in the world. It's like, come on, you can't ignore it.
Yeah.
And they kind of low key did it here too, because
They did.
like whenever they did it in the other regions, for a minute you can get a PS5 without a bundle.
Yeah, true.
Like everything was tied to freaking God of War Horizon. Like you couldn't get a PS5 without them too.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, they had the bundles. Yeah.
So,
Uh,
speaking of the LIX, we have Gamescom.
Gamescom.
And day one came, and it day one, and
Yeah. That boy Keely, boy.
Another Jeff
Everyone
Keighley show in the books. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm like,
well, I keep.
maybe we need somebody else doing some other shows
I'm
too.
telling you,
I'm getting to that point now.
It's getting all right that he has a co-host now. But it needs more of that.
Yeah, like it's kind of as we always talk about, like the summer show or the Summer Games Fest, Europe E3 of Gamescom, and then TGAs at the end of the year. It's just kind of like it just depends on what publishers or developers pull up, throw money at them, and what gets put in place for what we see on the show. I don't remember most things that was on there. I remember more things from the pre-show, honestly.
Honestly,
Woodward.
I don't either. I don't remember a lot of
Yeah.
them.
The pre-show, the main things I remember, well, it's relevant to my interest, of course. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, new trailer, collab with Pac-Man, which I was like, oh no, that's relevant to
game.
all my interests.
This game better perform, man.
Honestly,
Goodness.
I think it's gonna do well. Like, well, okay, $70 for base game. That's for folks that are used to getting Sonic very cheap. Upfront, that's gonna be rough. I think I'm glad they finally announced another network test, open
Mhm.
network test for everything, including Nintendo Switch 1,
Yeah.
not the 2, because they're probably working on the 2 still.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. But that's supposed to be next weekend, so I think that's gonna be the make or break for a lot of people. Cause like the closed network test back in like February, it was good, but they had item balancing issues. I think some of the controls needed to be tweaked a little bit. I think that was really it. Some things relating to like the little mods you can set were a bit odd as well.
Mhm.
But I heard from like Summer Games Fest impressions that they tightened some of it up, so I'm eager to check it out again. I'm gonna try and get on the Switch One version of it just to release. I'm curious how that version runs
Yeah.
because I think they said. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know if they're doing an upgrade plan to the Switch 2 version, but I'm just curious how far they've gone with it so far.
Isn't that weird? Like
Yeah.
we've talked about this. I think this is maybe the third or fourth game where it's like I could buy the Switch 2 version, but I think I'm gonna buy the original Switch version and then just upgrade it to the Switch.
Mhm.
I might do
Like,
that with Pac-Man World 2 repack. If I don't know
Yeah.
if they have it, but if they do that, I mean they did it for Shadow Labyrinth. I got the Switch
mhm.
1 copy and just download the Switch 2 version. But yeah, it is looking promising though. I think for the network test, as long as that goes off really well on like all platforms, and I think it's gonna do pretty well starting out, and it's gonna fall off as usual because most people do wait for those $20-$30 discounts for Sonic games, which is fair because Sega does it. They're kind
I
of
said they come
Ubisoft.
fast.
Yeah, they do race to there. They race them to the bottom like Ubisoft, so it's nothing special about that. And then the other game that they showed was it was like a full trailer. It was some crazy like I think it's called Dench Attack. It was like cell shaded and colorful like Jet Set Radio, but you can like use a train and you go across this big vast
Oh yeah,
area.
yeah,
Yeah, like you can like grind on the train. It looked wild, but it was like, yo, that looks crazy, and I kind of want to play that. After that, I don't remember much else. Oh well, they
Yeah.
showed more Resident Evil 9 at the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Only Musha looked good again.
I remember them talking about Fallout. I remember them showing off Call of Duty. Finally.
Oh right. Every
Uh,
time they show the game, I'm like, what game? Excuse me. I'm like, what game is this? I'd be thinking, is this Spec Ops: The Line 2? Because they're like, you can't trust no one. Espionage. I'm like, and then it goes into the guns. I'm like, oh okay, it's COD. All right.
I'm to be honest with you, as watching that trailer, I'm like, man, y'all have really lost yourselves. Like, just watching even the story trailer, I'm like, what is this? Like, why are we going around in a floating area and these dreams and all this other stuff? Like,
It
my man,
is kind of far out for like your standard fare Call of Duty.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm like, this is not what. This ain't Call of Duty. Change the name. Like, do something.
It's like Fast and the Furious.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop racing. Now you just exploding stuff, going into space, jumping off of airplanes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this has like an Infinite Warfare type of thing where like folks are like, I'm lost or whatever. And then like with Battlefield 6, which I did play the beta last weekend. It's pretty good. I'm not like a big Battlefield head. I'm not like Bad Company 2 saved my life. I'm not one of those people. But it's good compared to like I played a little bit of 2042. That wasn't it. 6 is it. I don't know about the narratives like, oh, it's gonna finally outbeat COD. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But I do think Battlefield 6 is gonna do well. But to bring it back to the COD, yeah, I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I mean, it's still gonna sell well because people just pull up for COD every year. But I think it might mix some people up with how they're doing all this different, slightly deeper sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So I want to say I'm gonna still buy it because it's gonna be on Switch too. But honestly, I don't know if I will. Like, I'm gonna have to
I don't
sit
think
back
it's gonna
and
come to Switch 2.
no.
I don't
said it
think
wasn't.
so. No.
Wow. So what are we
think
doing
they-
here with the whole Call of Duty stuff? Are we just doing war zones?
I think Microsoft finessed the FTC. But anyway, I'm just saying the quiet part out loud.
Great, yes.
Is
Wow.
it able?
10
We'll
years.
do it.
We ain't got to tell you when,
It's like
but
right,
10 years.
right
Them
for a
20
call.
years-
For a call, and
years
he's
to
like,
start.
yeah, Phil was like, yeah, we got it. We wrote this agreement. Right for a call. For a call, his desk like, huh? Oh, whatever. We're working on a Switch 2. Whatever. Buy Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. Brothership.
Right.
I think that's literally what happened. I think that's what
Yeah, because
happened.
I saw all the comments of like, but they said 10 years. I was like, yeah, that has nothing to do with this. They never said when they were starting. They just said 10
Which
years.
10 years?
Yeah. For all you know, they can start in
Yeah.
2030. I don't know when they're starting these 10 years, but I would assume once they start, they can't in turn stop. It has to
Yeah.
be
They probably
consecutive.
have to.
It's consecutive 10 years.
They have to find a new. That honestly, what they need to do, they need to. I know Doctor talks about this sometimes in his other videos. Shout out to him. They need to get the old, like if they can, salvage the OG Call of Duty Wii U team from Treyarch. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was dudes at Treyarch. Salvage them or get enough people around. Get them in a new cog of the Call of Duty machine,
Yeah.
and get the Switch 2 version ready for next year. Like,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, if it was me, I like that idea, but I feel like you can get a bunch of old heads back if you just give us the HD versions of the 1, 2, and 3. And
That's true.
and then if you can keep not cycling those games out, but give us more games that are newer but along the lines of that style, you'll be straight. Like you don't have to do all the jumping off the walls and all that other silly stuff carrying on. Like just and call it Call of Duty Classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you straight. You all set to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to add the processing power and all that other stuff to it. It's
Just
the
have to
basic
learn
stuff.
the current architecture, not do too many
Yeah.
don't have to tweak too many settings or visual settings or whatever to get it to a lock 60
Yeah.
or whatever maybe to hang up. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. But I will say, based off of what was there, though, of course, I think everybody's on the same page with Lego Batman,
Mm-hmm.
the Legacy of
dope.
Dark Knight, which looks so super dope. Curious to see Indiana Jones and how that runs.
Yeah. Switch
Curious.
field, yeah.
I think that might surprise, cause, well, I guess it depends who's working on it too. Like, I don't know if Machine Gun Games is just 100% doing it, or if they're hitting a panic button like they did with the Wolfenstein games
Yeah.
on Switch 1.
I mean, if not, even just ask your boy Shiver. You know what I'm saying? Just-
True.
I mean, at this point, if I'm Phil and I'm saying what I'm saying, somebody in house got to be working on these ports, because I'm not going to. Oh, we're going to support, and then I send it out to somebody and they screw it up. I can't do it. I mean, we've seen what Konami's doing with Metal Gear. I don't, even though they own it, I say that's a Kojima's game, and this is a third-party company working on Metal Gear, and they are screwing it up bad.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know who's working on it, but from what Nate said, Starfield is right there behind it.
That's actually what I want to see more. So
Me
as
too,
far as
yeah.
just crank
care
it
about
like
the game,
drop. Yeah, I've already played through once. I'm not going back to it ever again. Honestly, I've gotten my fill of it. I just want to see how it runs.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest.
Outside of that, I was interested in Unbeatable, which was like an anime rhythm game, which looked pretty dope.
It's pretty cool.
What else did I like? I may give Deadpool a try. I might, and that's off the strength of the fact that I like Deadpool. I've seen some gameplay footage. I've heard the devs talk about it, and it's cool. Like, it's
looks
Deadpool.
like a fun time, honestly.
Yeah, it's just sometimes games like that don't do too well with motion sickness. So we'll see how that works out. I think what you mentioned, the Sonic racing situation with Pac-Man, to where Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy 14 are doing the same thing. Like, they're sharing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting.
They did that in World as well. They had I don't know my Final Fantasy 14 stuff like that, but I think they had something called Behemoth in the World, and I heard that was actually a really good fight. I didn't play it back then, and then 14 then I think got Rathalos, Nergigante, one of the monsters from World. I don't know. It might have been a Rathalos for all I know.
Usually always Rathalos. they
the poster boy. Rathalos. They Capcom be like, hey bro, guess what? We got this Monster Hunter Stories 3 trailer. You got to be up in it. And you're like, okay,
That's
clock in.
Charizard.
You're right. That is their Charizard. That's fact.
It really is. But other than that, then of course we had like Black Myth.
Yeah.
Black Myth game.
Oh, yeah.
Kui, something like that.
Zhongwei.
Yeah.
So, so I'm interested
cool
to see, because my son was like, "Oh, Dad, you see another Black Myth?" I said, "Bro, You might be 18 before that game come out. I was like, I'm pretty sure
Right.
they're just now
Right.
getting started on that game.
See, at the end of the decade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
How
thing
long
game
it
is
took the one before? Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Game
Right.
science is gonna take their time. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. I mean, it was okay for day one. I think all the other days have been a little bit more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
Yeah.
you're talking about like Xbox's days, or any of the games that have been randomly dropped in between from the other developers, and some of the demos that we got in between. So, I mean, all in all, I haven't seen anything that's really like blown my skirt up, but
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I mean, I'm glad to see that we have games coming and they're popping up, and
Same.
for the most part, for those of us that are looking towards Switch 2, it seems that everybody agrees that it's about to be a barrage next year when it
Yeah.
comes down to third party.
Bit slow
Yeah.
going for now, but patience will be fair real soon.
Oh, for sure.
Shoot, again, Prime 4 date. That's the last piece of my puzzle for 2025. After that,
Yeah.
whatever can come out, I'll figure it out next year.
What
But,
did
but
you
yeah.
did you say what date you thought that was coming out?
Like not today. I think I might have posted randomly on Twitter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Kirby Air Riders, we'll get to that. I don't want to touch on it too much, but for now that's got like a November 20th date,
Whew.
which I was like, yo, because I was talking with someone else on Blue Sky about it, and he was predicting it would be November game, and I was like, ain't no way, brother. We're gonna see that next month, and then November will be Prime. And after that, I was like, oh, all right, well, we'll see then. But honestly, though, I think, okay, so we got the ratings, which was funny after what happened earlier this week on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
What could happen, I'm theorizing, well, I don't know about next week, because I think that Nintendo's going to use the Kirby Forgotten Land Switch 2 edition stuff as like the
Mhm.
next week's marketing. But I think the week after that, we're either going to wake up Monday morning, or Tuesday morning, we'll see Nintendo Today thing, maybe a trailer talking about like the Prime 4 trailer with the release date on it, or it might be like a teaser saying, hey, here's a Prime 4 direct, which I don't really think it needs a direct.
No.
In my opinion, I don't think it does. I know some people say that just because people like to watch Nintendo patterns and say if they did it for Kirby, they'll do it for Metroid. I don't
Right.
think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to wake up one day, we're going to get a nice quality overview trailer that's going to get a lot of people hyped. We're going to get the release date there, and then that's when the marketing will begin. I think I predict it could come out as early as like late September if they really want to like do it like that, to get it out before Pokemon, because once Pokemon comes out, that's the mind share for most of the month. Now
Yup.
November, once Kirby comes out, or at least I'm curious how Kirby will do, because Kirby Air Ride was pretty niche even for the GameCube days. Like
Yeah.
it's just cult following. Like that's pretty much one of those sequels where I'm like, yo, they're doing everything and more.
Yeah.
And then December, I think we're all just kind of like either settling on that might be Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah. I think it is.
You think so? Yeah, it could be that, or maybe that could be in a different part of November. I don't know.
I mean, they said winter, so they didn't say winter of 25, so I guess that could leak into January. But I just don't feel comfortable with
Me either.
Metroid being in
Yeah, winter is always like this nebulous release timing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think December is the earliest for that game. In my
So,
opinion.
what's the cutoff for the Game Awards?
November.
It's like the second week of November or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we'll definitely get Prime before then. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. I think it's just more like, I think Nintendo's gonna hit when soon as the trailer drop or whatever with the date, boom, it just marketing is gonna hit. And I think we're just gonna, and then everyone that's like, "Where's Prime 4?" You're gonna low key get tired of Prime 4. That's what I'm predicting. We're gonna get hit real hard with that marketing.
Yeah. So they come out real slick, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, looking like
That's why to do it.
all
looking
we
like-
all we can think about is Prime 4, and the Video Game Awards is next week. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I have to finish and form an opinion on social media before Game Awards drop. Stuff like that. But that's not what I think. But okay, but the other alternative, if for whatever reason it doesn't come out, then it does, like, it is like it's the December slot. It could be a December game. It could be like the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 of the first year to Switch 2. Like it's just in that
Yeah.
post, like December basically. I don't know when in December. I'm not gonna put down dates, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Mid-November. Oh, okay. RJ says mid-November is the cutout date. Okay,
Okay.
for the Game Awards. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it'll be out before then, but I think that's a smart strategy. You hit them in a direct. Then you come and you say, all right, this is the release date. Now
Yeah.
everybody's gassed. They done played them at Gamescom. They gonna play it at PAX West. Then you say, you know
Exactly.
what? We're just gonna drop it on y'all. Then you drop it, and then next thing you know, it's like playing. Then we right here at the Game Awards. It's that recency bias right there.
Yeah. They can be like, don't call your Metroid. You know what? Okay, I'm glad you mentioned PAX West. PAX West is next weekend, right? Because
Yeah.
of Labor Day.
Yeah.
I think it's the week. Yeah, I think it's after Labor Day weekend for sure. If we're gonna get like the beginning,
Yeah.
I think it's that week. Like, might be September 2nd, as early as that day. We
Yep.
start hitting the ground. We hitting the ground running like we got speed booster frame one. Like,
I'm telling you, I
So-
still think they bold enough to shadow drop this game.
I kind of man. Or if they do like digital first, then like later
Yep,
in the
and then
month,
physical later. Yeah.
I'm gonna be so torn. I'm gonna be torn because like, cool, instant gratification, let's get it. But also, dang, I'm a double dip just like I did for Prime Remastered. Like it's somewhere on the shelf.
It worked for Prime.
It worked because I was like, dog, and then they had it for 40. I mean, this game we know is 70, but like for Prime Remastered, it was 40. So I was like, oh, this is an $80 game because I'm gonna get it physically because people don't buy Metroid like they should. So like,
Right.
dang, I'm gonna get it physical regardless. I hope they just do traditional like.
Nah, Triple M. No direct in December. No, the actual game is coming out in December.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
sorry if I was unclear. Yeah, I mean Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment December release. That's
Yeah.
speculation on my part. Yeah.
So I'm looking here on the Nintendo because I thought I was tripping, but I may not be. And this is only, I don't know if this is like exactly what it is, but it looks like Prime 4 is actually not one of the games that you're demoing at PAX West.
Oh, it's not?
No, it says so from and I looked at two different sources, but don't quote me though. But it says Nintendo will debut their first public hands-on of Kirby Air Riders. You will get your first time playing Pokemon Legends ZA.
Ooh, that's gonna be big.
Yeah, and then the other games that they're showing off is Silk Song, Borderlands 4, Elden Ring, and Final Fantasy 7 Intergrade and Hades 2.
That's the other thing too. Yeah, you know what? They're probably talking with They're probably talking with like Square. Was it Square Enix? Definitely Bandai Namco after how Elden Ring kind of hit the. Yeah, that kind of.
But did you see that footage?
I saw the docked footage and I saw one that had handheld.
Yeah. That the words and the visuals don't match.
Yeah,
I think people have. How can I say this nicely? Certain people's expectations are not where they should be. I'll say that. Now, visually, image quality wise, looks very good. Both docked and handheld, in my opinion. I mean, from what I've seen, I haven't played the game myself. I know plenty of people that have. But like from what I saw visually, I was like, oh, that looks really nice on the Switch too. Now, when you got, I know how the beginning areas work, so I know when you walk out into that first area, I did see. I'm not gonna say it was like, oh, that's poor, unplayable, but I did see they could tighten it up a bit more. They definitely could tighten it up a bit more. And there's nothing like it's kind of like how Madden was. People were like, yo, Madden is how you can't play this on this. It's unplayable. And I see gameplay. I saw Baron Black. What's his name? Baron Black's gameplay on YouTube, and I was like, this looks fine. That was before. I think that was before the True Day One patch came out. I was like, y'all tripping, man.
I say it's a vocabulary thing. Like people's vocabulary is very small, so
it's gotta be peak or not.
There you go. And so when I saw that footage, I'm like, yes, of course, we all see it. They still have some tweaking to do, but the way y'all were talking about it was like it was a slideshow. Because I think someone even made the comparison of Zelda Ocarina of Time on 64, and I'm like,
they gotta be quiet with that one. Like that was the mid '90s. Like they gotta relax. Ain't nobody really. I mean, I was a kid then, but as far as I know, looking back, I can't imagine many people are tripping about that game. Especially like maybe in Europe because they was running on 50 hertz. Display. So just off the nature of that, I'm pretty sure their gameplay was in the teens, frame rate wise. But whatever. That was early infancy of 3D, so it was more like, wow, I can run out in Hyrule Field. not look at this frame pacing issue when you're fighting this enemy in the Deku tree or whatever.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I don't know. Like to each his
I,
own.
so
It
what's
could be
funny
better, but
is
I don't think it's a disaster or
what I
whatever.
think is ironically funny is that like everybody's talking about this, right? So IGN has like a whole thing up about how the game is a disaster, but I'm like,
Hmm.
where's your where's your footage at? Like
Right.
like
Right.
you're talking about how like I even listened to like a good 10 minutes of it,
Hmm.
and like the guy was talking about how he jumped into the menu screen and jumped back out, and it you know dropped down into the teen type frames. But I'm like, but you didn't show that though. Like,
Right.
but we can clearly see that somebody else was able to get footage, and they got the footage for free. So like, where's everybody else's footage of these things happening?
Which that was something I saw too. Somebody said that for those that went to Gamescom in Germany, they were told by From Software that they could not record, but they had an event in Canada and they didn't care. So I'm like,
Hmm.
well, did somebody get the wrong message or what?
Hmm.
Because this is the same game, the same demo build, different locations. Why would one allow you to record and the other one say no?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care enough because I'm not buying it. But it's like,
Yeah, me either.
I'm gonna keep watching because I need to know somebody's true thoughts on it. But honestly, like I've noticed if I'm playing a game on the Switch and I haven't played it for the PC,
mhm,
those those differences between games don't really bother me because I don't really know. You know
there
what
you
I'm
go.
saying?
Yep.
Mm.
So like the focus and I'm not huge on frames anyway. It doesn't really bother me that there's slowdown unless it really messes with the game. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We've all played Zelda. You know what I'm saying? We've all played those moments. And Sakurai has already said, the slowdown is actually on purpose because it
Yeah.
adds to the dynamic of, you know, hitting a character or hitting an enemy and stuff like that. So on
Mhm.
and so. But it's one of those things. Is like I'm not bothered by that, but I'm also not gullible where I will allow somebody to take advantage of my
There
money.
you go. Yeah.
So
Yep.
if you can make a better port, then make a better port. But like Jack, I've heard from you and Thunderstash and plenty of other people who are like all of From Software's games when they first come out anyway, they don't run the best anyway.
They're
So
janky. Always janky. CD Project Red like that too. They
yeah,
all
Yeah, they
start off that
are.
bad.
They sure are.
yeah. Um, hey, is RJ said Mario 3D World and Link Between Worlds and Mario Wonder and Mario or Wario Shake It released all at the same time. Oh, you guys were
True.
talking
That is
Mario
true.
Wonder.
Yeah.
about yeah. Let's see.
WarioWare shaking. My bad. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Wario. What was it? The last Wario Land game on the
Hmm.
Wii.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I. That's why I was kind of thinking late September. I mean, it's not like a true start to finish month, like two games within the same month, but like within like that average 30-day span. I wouldn't be surprised if they double up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went double up in October. Like
I wouldn't either.
I would
That's
stay
why
far
my
away from
theory.
Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I think if it's gonna come out before, the earliest is like late September.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I'm sure they got like Marvelous has got Daemon Machina. That's gonna be probably one of the bigger games showcase for Switch 2 next month. So that's gotta let it's time to breathe throughout the month. But yeah, that's yeah.
Exodia said the fact that people tolerate that is ridiculous. Yo, yeah, hey, 100%. I judge based off the merit of the version of the game I'm playing, not other consoles. Yeah.
Exactly. And
And
it's a
if I'm
port
not
from other systems, so
playing that other version, I don't care. Like it
Right.
doesn't make a difference to me. Like we said with Madden, Madden runs just fine. Well, it runs just fine in Madden terms. So it's a playable game. It functions.
it
It
turns on.
functions. It comes on, and you can play a smooth game. Make it happen.
You can play
Like
it.
I need people to understand the context of what I'm saying here. Don't misread what I'm saying here. It is a smooth Madden game for Madden. Um, but if you go and play it somewhere else, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, oh yeah, smooth 60 frames. This, yeah, of course. But it doesn't then deter me from how it runs in the way I play it here. I say it all the time with 2K. Like whenever I did try 2K on the Switch for the first time, if you're gonna jump back and forth, for sure you're gonna recognize it, and then you're gonna have to change up your release points for your jump shots because everybody and their mama got different release points, and to get the green because 2K is always switching it up. Yes, that's gonna make a difference. But if you're not jumping back and forth, it shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a lot of games kind of are going to be in that world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think people still have this really super high expectation of where the Switch should be
Mm-hmm.
and where we really are. I think we had a whole video about that, reality versus expectations. But
Yep.
it's just you're playing, and I think I hear this even sometimes, even on like on the Joe podcast too as well. Is that like I don't want to play that because it's not 60 frames. Why would I want to play this in 30 frames instead? And like when I've already played that, and it's like, okay, cool, but I've never played that. So like seeing it in 60, like why would you want to play that, in 30 frames when you could play it in 60? And it's like, it doesn't really bother me. Like I'm not really hurt by not having the extra 30 frames. Is like, it's cool when games are in 60 frames. It's cool. I'm a person who can live without it. I grew up in an era where games were 60 on CRTVs and sometimes they were 30 at CRTVs. I can live through it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, even when you double down on it, it's the nature of comparison that we live in, and I don't know how it got so bad because it is really rampant. Like it'd be a little different if it's like you own everything and you're saying, okay, well, show me the best one that has everything that I need, and then I'll go and get that. But if you don't even own it, like, what is the point? And then even to Jazzy's point, like, we talk about the best of the best. Like, okay, PlayStation 5 versus Xbox versus Nintendo Switch, whatever. But for people that play on PS5 and Xbox, why are you not jumping to PC?
Right.
Because you're still making some concessions, because the PC version, while not always optimized the best, is probably going to run the best 9 times out of 10. Like whether the developers fix it or fans fix it. Because I'm telling you, the Bethesda games notorious for that. Like if you look at 2K26 drops in 2 weeks. Next week if you give them $100, but it drops in 2 weeks. If you go and look, they have a 2K mod that's out right now for 2K25. I thought I was watching old school clip of Tracy McGrady on the Orlando Magic, and I was like, wait a minute, that's 2K. They made a mod that looked that freaking good and moved that great.
Impressive.
You have the ability. Now, I don't vouch for mods as much because I've seen what they can do. Like they great one day and the next day it blows up whatever you're trying to play, just because. I get it, but if we're talking about you want the best of everything, you want the best graphics, you want the best frame rate, you want the ability to play almost any and everything, why are you picking up a PlayStation or an Xbox?
Right.
It makes no sense to me.
Right.
At that point, it's like, if you're gonna, like, if it's not like a single player game or whatever, if you're gonna do that and you're playing with just because, oh, that's where my homies are or whatever, it's gotta be at the end of the day, to me, it's gotta be something like that. Or you love, the subscription like PS Plus, which, depending on what you like to play and how frequently, that could be a good deal. Same with like Game Pass and what the offerings are, it could be a good deal. But yeah, PC is that and more at this point, and they've been kind of designing their consoles more akin to PCs since 2013.
I want to punch it.
Not the thing I was about to say 2012. I was like, no, that's Wii U.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
if you want the best of the best, no budget matters. Let them tell it. Hey, so
drop 2 bands or three, or shoot, maybe 3 bands, because that high end
Right.
5090 is not cheap. But yeah, you
man,
might have to drop three. Yeah, I know someone that did like the well, he been saving for a minute, and he got a new PC built and it has I think it has a 5090 in it. And I was like, bro, you'll never need a PC again.
no.
I'm dying. I'm going to die on that 3080 hill. I don't care what.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I got this 4070 Ti Super, and I mean, as long as DLSS is a thing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride that boy until it says no, bro. I'm never turning on again.
Right.
Like,
holding
Until it
out.
starts acting like my camera. I'm on vacation.
PTO.
I'm holding out. I'm holding out. I haven't jumped back into the PC gaming space yet. I'm holding out to see what Valve does.
Yeah,
with this
that's-
Steam machine. And
There's
then,
been leaks. They're making a Steam machine of some fashion. So yeah.
so I'm
Holding out for
holding
that
out because I feel like they'll handle it. Now the only downside to that is there are still games that only function with Windows. So whether you talk
Yeah.
about like if you get into COD, you're not playing COD on unless they put it on Steam, because sometimes they only have it on Battle.net and then you can't get over there to
I
it.
don't know if they're putting it on Steam this year.
That'd be interesting because I mean
I
they
don't know.
have their launcher on there now, to where you pretty much that's what you download. You download that launcher and then go in there and get everything else.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
we'll
let me
see.
see. That's under. Hold on.
It is on Steam, but I don't know if it's like launcher, like you said. Like it's like you can buy it on Steam.
Yeah. So that's
And then it
interesting
just
because you
triggers the launcher.
I wonder how Diablo 4 is, because Diablo 4 is on Steam, but I mean, they also have the Battle.net launcher, which the Battle.net launcher has all of Activision stuff. So
All of it.
That's true. That's true.
so that makes me wonder how's that going to pan out? How's that going to work?
Matter of fact, let me check real quick because I would check on my son's Steam Deck, but it ain't here right now. Let me see, because people had the dual boot workarounds, and I was like, ain't no way in the world.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, it looks like somebody has the Steam version and they're playing it right now. So yeah, I mean, it plays on the Steam Deck without Battle.net.
Interesting.
Okay, well I guess they made the jump then.
Because I mean, it was stupid anyway. Like, I get
Yeah,
it.
all those weird launchers. Yeah, it was back then. It just feels kind of dated at this point to keep
Yeah.
having that launcher. Like when, I mean, I don't really play Ubisoft games like that, but when they had whatever the Ubisoft, whatever they call Ubi Plus, whatever the heck it was called, the
Yeah, that
Ubisoft
Ubisoft Plus
storefront, I
crap,
was just
yeah.
like, why, man? This sucks.
Yeah.
EA with Origin,
Yeah. They still got that too.
they do. Well, no, they have another one too. I think it's called the EA app.
Yeah.
The last
maybe
time I
that's what
played-
it is.
The last time I used those was that old dodgeball game, Knockout City. Shout
Yeah,
out to that game. That was fun. But,
that game disappeared quick.
So quick.
unfortunately, you can still play. They have like a single server version. You can just download. You have to
Mhm.
host it, so it's like on some old school PC type stuff. But anyway, RIP.
So the last game we didn't really get a chance to talk about as far as Gamescom, which ironically is probably one of the biggest there. Silk Song got a release date.
It's real.
And not just a release date, but a release date that's in 2 weeks.
It's close. It's close. But it's releasing around some competition, some heat.
That's
Yeah.
true. There are some indie games I saw that moved their date past early September because they literally were like they did the whole image with text like
Nope.
Cyberpunk used to do. They were like, "Hey yo, let's be real." There was like that Silk Song. We'll see y'all 2 weeks after that. And I was like, "Hey, that's real."
I don't know if y'all heard this, but when they interviewed Team Cherry, it was amazing. Like the questions they were asking, but some of the answers that I found out of that interview was very interesting. So, of course, the first question is, what took y'all so long? Like, why did y'all keep pushing this back? I didn't know Team Cherry was a team of 3 people.
It was very small.
Yeah.
very small.
Yeah.
But the key takeaway that came out of that interview was they were like, when we drop Hollow Knight, Hollow Knight sold 2.5 million copies. When we kept delaying Hollow Knight, delaying Silk Song, Hollow Knight got an extra 12 million.
Woo.
So it's like the anticipation just kept building up, and so they was like, the more that kept selling, we just kept falling back, like kept falling back and letting it breathe. Because if it caps off at 2.5, and I tell you like, okay, Silk Song is no longer a DLC, it's now an actual release, and then now everybody's anticipating, when's it coming? When's it coming?
Like, oh snaps, I actually got to play the game now.
Exactly. And then they go on sale, and then it's like, oh, now I got to play it, and you get an extra 12.5 out of it. Oh yeah, I'm pushing it back too. Like, hey, let me do one more sale and push it back again, like just to see how much we can get about this game.
Yeah, I knew it. So I always had this thought that at least 10 million over to, because that game goes on sale a ton. Like, I got on Switch, man. I think I got in like either late 2020 or like 2021, and that wasn't like some I need a place before Silk Song. It was more like everybody and their moms, homie down the street keeps talking about the game. So I was like, I need to at least check it out. And it was on sale. It was like less than $20. So I was like, it's a no-brainer.
It's always on sale.
So yeah, people, like, imagine me times like 5 million more people. I'm sure that just adds up. That's just math right there.
Yeah.
That interview was really interesting though. I'm glad, because my whole thought process was like, this is scope creep. But then the interview was just like, oh no, we were just having fun making it. So we just wanted to make the game we wanted to make. And I was like, oh, okay, good. A happy ending.
Yeah. I'm very excited. I thought it was weird. They talked about it. You guys talked about it last week, Jack, that they used the old demo to still show off like the game.
I thought that was funny. That's cost effective right there.
It really is.
No new verticals lights. Just most people haven't played the 2019 demo, so it still represents
you didn't get that opportunity. Game. Come on in. We're gonna show you what you missed out on.
Right.
But it worked. So
Smart,
Silk Song is releasing September 4th on basically all platforms, which is crazy because I think so. This is interesting because now that I think about it, so we've at the time that Bonanza has come out is like, okay, well, let's back up. Expedition 33 was like, okay, this is probably going to be the game of the year. Then we found out about Bonanza and played it and was like, okay, this is a real contender for game of the year.
Yeah, that's why I get to DK soon.
Now you got Silk Song, and it's like, okay, this is going to be tough because people have been anticipating this game heavy. Like,
yeah.
And then you still waiting on like Prime 4 to come out. It's like,
that's really it for me. I keep saying it. Once I have that date down pat, then I'm like, okay, bet. I can figure everything else out. That's still the question mark.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing we talked about last week was, could it have possibly Half-Life 3'd itself? Yeah, I mean, so like if you play Hollow Knight is a good game. It's not like stupid off the Richter scale type game that people held it up to. I think a lot of people gave it a lot more praise because of it being an indie game, and with it having a three-person development team. So you look at this, and as I said, it sold 2.5, which is great, fantastic for an indie game. Right. But that's where it stopped. So now you look at Silk Song. It pushed the sales up, but then it was almost like the absence of it or the ability of it to be there is what kept adding to the lore. And it was like, okay, is it showing up here? Is it showing up there? Because this was supposed to come out in what, 20... How long was this game? This was supposed to be like in 23 or...
Did they ever put a date up? Not a day, a year?
Initially they did. Because I remember Microsoft was the one that was advertising it.
Yeah.
That's right, the Xbox show that was 2023. And they did the infamous everything shown here will be out within the year.
Yep.
And then,
so now
last year,
you're at this point to where you've seen this game since 2019, and it's been anticipation, and it gets to the point to where I don't even think people know why they're anticipating it. It's just a part of every meme of will Silk Song be there? Will Silk Song
posting?
Right, and so I think people.
It's like I was gonna say it's like when like when they like Silk Song, you think of the same screenshots and the same like video. It's like you ain't getting no real new information. You're
No,
just
you're
like,
not. But
Yeah,
the
for
crazy part
real.
about it is like I remember seeing people in like Nintendo Directs in the comment section of like, oh, Silk Song coming? And then some people like, what is Silk Song? And then somebody will explain it and they're like, okay, they joined the bandwagon. Silk Song,
yep,
Silk Song. And so now the name is in people's mouths. And once again, people have no idea what they're asking for. They're just a
Yeah, it's
part
just
of the train.
stream
yeah,
chat mob mentality.
Right. And so
Yeah.
now here comes this game in like 2 weeks and it has a possibility to be a bigger and better Hollow Knight because it's a sequel.
Hmm.
But is that enough now that it has all this generation of like hype as if it's the second coming of a new type of game? Like,
This will redefine the independent game
right.
space.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's where it's at right now. And that's why I was like, I
Yeah.
never want to see Half-Life 3. I never want to see a remake of Chrono Trigger. Because they're too far out of the stratosphere for anybody to be reasonable about it. And that's why I'm glad that
Yeah.
they said they're not sending out review copies.
Hmm.
Like,
I like that strategy for this type of a
yeah,
game. I know some people kind of were like, but I think that's a bit. What they say? Some people were like, oh, that's a bit too arrogant to
no.
do that. And I'm like,
No,
y'all need to relax. Like,
because I like what they said. Like, our backers should not get this after y'all. Like,
Right.
they supported
I
us, so they should get it first. But then on top of that, they didn't say this, but I know that this is what will happen because it built up so much that the reviewers will ding it for it.
Hmm.
So get it in people's hands first, let them experience it, and then let the quote unquote non-biased reviewers review it.
I like
Yeah.
that approach a lot. Yeah, the media, they really are like the ones that start a lot of these funny narratives about certain games and releases. So it's best to, yeah, like, what is it? To add to what T-Bot said about like the Nintendo strategy as far as like the development, like just take your time, develop it on your time.
Hmm.
When the game is
Hmm.
how you like it perfectly, drop it, and people will get it. They'll speak praise, word of mouth, and we're off to the races.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna see that happen. And
They,
yeah, I respect that they said about the backers. I totally forgot that this was originally another backer type thing, like
Yeah.
Kickstarter backer. So I was like, oh well, yeah, props to that as well. So
J Big said, I never jumped on the Silk Song bandwagon along with Hollow Knight. Never cared about. I'm interested because I've never played Hollow Knight. I am interested in Silk Song, but I'm I'm not one of those who are like, oh, the game is over. We don't have Silk Song. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested because I like the aesthetics of it.
it's a beautiful game, even on like the Switch One screen. Well, I
Mhm,
mean, not even period. It's a beautiful game.
mhm.
At least for Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
The only thing for me that I never kept up with it, and sometimes I think I just wasn't in the headspace for it at the time back then, was that like when you start out, there's just like no map,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's a conscious decision they made. Not saying you'll never get a map, but you have to kind of find it yourself.
Find it. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. That's why I actually might return to Hollow Knight in the future. I'm not gonna touch Silksong for a long time because playing Shadow Labyrinth and kind of getting over that initial frustration of why is the game beating me upside the head like this just for moving left and right. Now that I've kind of gotten to grips on how these type of Metroidvanias want to ask of you, the player, I think I can approach Hollow Knight with a better thought process and then appreciate it more. And it's hard. Not like I'm never gonna beat this challenging, like old Ninja Gaiden hard, but it's like it's challenging. It'll keep you restarting.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So it's definitely if you next time you see it if unless you already have it, Sandstorm,
Hmm.
next time you see it on sale, go ahead. Yeah,
Go ahead and pick it up.
go ahead and pick it up because it's not like a bad game at all. I wouldn't really say it's a bad game. I just had a bad approach to the game personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the
Kingdom
positive
Hearts 4.
mindset that is really not a bad game at all. I've seen a lot of people play it though, so that's the thing, right? So like I've seen people, plenty of people actually play it and enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just like it's one of those games where it's like kind of like Mio. Like it does. Wait, does Hollow Knight have a demo?
If it did, I think it was Steam related, but I
Yeah,
don't.
it might have been like one of those like Kickstarter early version
Mhm.
type builds,
Okay.
if that. And that's, whew, man, that is quite a long time ago.
I
At
have
this
it in
point.
my Steam library because I remember buying it, but I put Hollow Knight and Ori in the same bag. Like I should have liked them, but I just didn't.
Mm.
Now, yeah, Ori had. Did Ori have a demo?
Yeah.
No, it did. Okay, yeah. I did try the Ori demo way back when, I think when it first hit the Switch, and I liked it. I just never really went back to it.
Mm-mm.
Too many
Nope,
games. That's
not
all
even
it
the
is.
second one. Like I
Yeah,
just
too
didn't.
many, too many games out of 10, man.
Yeah.
It's behind me now.
Yeah.
That's really it, man. That's all it is for me.
Mm. Okay, so our last conversation here. Let me get this music right. Hold on, let me get this music right because this. Yeah, I want this. Give me that.
Okay.
Yeah, with that. Yeah, yeah. Let me put this on here like this. Cause y'all gonna keep that same energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all gonna keep that same energy.
I'm getting my pitchfork ready.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna keep that energy.
I'm marching up to Nintendo's office. You did this!
That's the energy I'm talking about right now. So PlayStation 5 and that
Mm,
sales increase.
mm,
And wait a minute, hold on now. Wait a minute, hold on now.
mm.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Just so you know, this is what they said. Just so you know, it's tomorrow.
Right. With
That's
no
what
time
got
to
me
breathe.
too.
No time to breathe.
There's some menaces over there at Sony Interactive Entertainment. They said, "Oh, you ain't got your money right. Hey, look, that ain't my problem." Yikes!
They're gonna cop it right now as you see it.
They said that's what you want to do. It's tomorrow.
Oh,
Ain't got nothing to do
man.
with it.
That's
Oh
crazy.
man, that is something.
Yeah. So
Wait a minute. Actually, no, continue. I'm looking up a silly picture to put in the background.
so Sony decided that enough was enough. Nintendo did it. Xbox did it. And our
Yep.
fans ain't gonna give us flack for it because we doing it too.
Yep.
And all that we gonna hear is it's their fault. It wasn't us. It wasn't us. They made us do it.
It's the best way to be.
Wow.
The best way to be, because that means you catch no flack.
None.
Let's act like you haven't been raising prices already.
Right.
Now it's hitting the US and you got nothing? Like, man.
I didn't forget what they did last year after they released Concord and they came out and they said nope and they yanked it 10 days. Guess what they did after that? Suddenly, DualSense DualSense controllers, $5 more. How did that happen? The plates, $5 more. How did that happen?
Crazy.
Herman Holtz and them were like, oh, we gotta recoup the money somehow. They love our controllers. Slap a 5 on it. Boom. They don't talk about that though.
But see, this isn't the first time they pulled something like this though.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because we all remember the infamous Xbox One situation when they were trying to go the DRM route.
Yeah.
And Sony did the whole, here's how you share a game. But people tend to forget they then started charging for PSN at that time.
Right. That
Went
part.
completely under the radar.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh, you scummy son. Oh man, Sony, you good? You good, Sony?
They typically move in that kind of way though, right? So it's like, well, I don't know, they did it. But it's weird because it's weird. It's like a syndrome. It's like, yeah, we did it too, but because everybody else did it, and it's like, oh, poor Sony. Poor Sony, you just had to. We understand. It's hard in this world. We get it. It's like
Oh,
you
man.
know. I feel like not us, but us in general are like the wicked stepmother.
Yeah.
And then you look at Nintendo is like Cinderella and it's like bad. You did bad, bad,
Mhm.
bad, bad. And you clean this mess up. and then Xbox is like always getting in trouble between the two sisters. And they're like, it's always your fault. You always doing something. You know you shouldn't be getting them in trouble like that. And then they look at Sony and it's like,
we know that mean Nintendo made you do it. They
right.
pushed you to do it. We
They
know.
pushed you.
They put that knife in your hand. Listen, I just don't understand. You just cutting everybody up with it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, baby. You know, it's just hard times. We understand. That's why we love you so much and we cherish you and we try and grow you the way that we do because you're just so precious. You're so precious.
This is their like Mario sad face
Right.
placeholder picture. Just Aloy in the background, just a single tear.
It's so hard. It's so hard for Sony because they're using the extra 50 that they place on the consoles so they can fight the war against Tencent and this lawsuit because you know it's a struggle out here and everybody want a piece of Sony pie and you know they just work hard. They work hard out here.
They work hard.
Oh, okay. I'm telling you, like that, but see, as much as we're joking, for anybody that sees my feed, that could see my feed, I run into so many people get into arguments about Sony this, Sony that. I was very surprised at how quiet it was. Like when I saw that posted by Stealth, I was like, "Oh, this got to be." And then I saw Geronimo reposted. I was like, "Now you know this is fake news. Cut it out."
Nah, I wouldn't steer you wrong. I'll actually put a JK below it if I was for real. I saw it, I was like, and there it is. Like
Sony would never raise the prices, right? Like,
right.
and I was like, look, I mean, we all saw it coming because even Sony themselves said that they had 3 months worth of stock just sitting around, and then after that 3 month of stock went out, then they had to start looking at stuff. But I don't know what Sony fans were thinking. Now, granted, this don't affect them because they already have the console. Fantastic for you.
why don't they just build them in America?
Oh Lord, don't get me started.
I saw one person say that. I was just like, my sweet summer child, man.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably gonna be more expensive if it is built here.
That's the
You
funniest
gonna eat
thing.
the
Folks don't
cost.
understand that.
Companies want you to eat the cost.
Listen,
So-
all I just want to hear is them say, "Well, it's a 6-year-old device at this point in time, so there should be no reason why it should cost that much." I haven't heard that a single time. Haven't heard that yet.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. I literally I leave that comment very often, a similar comment when people make that same thing about the Switch. I was like, the parts in themselves typically get cheaper. So therefore you do see a price drop at some point in time. And on top of that, at least for Nintendo's sake, the sales start dropping a little bit. I was like, but in this case, the parts have not come down. The shipping to the States has not come down.
No.
And the system is still selling. It's still the top seller in Japan. I'm not bringing that price down. If anything, it's going to go up. We
Right.
have to stop tying years of stuff. That doesn't matter.
Right.
Literally, I can show you a game that's 20 years old and somebody's trying to sell it for $300. Like,
Right.
it doesn't matter. Like,
Skyrim.
yes.
For
Like,
real,
it
for
just
real.
doesn't matter. Like, as much as we want to justify like how old it is, it honestly, it all talks about like the parts and what it costs to get to you. And in this case, Nintendo said they're going to keep supporting the Switch, so of course they're not bringing it down. And I
Right.
would imagine, and I didn't say this last night, but I would imagine the reason why the Switch 2 hasn't gone up is because the Switch 1 is going to eat
All the
the
costs.
what they
That
do.
was
Yeah.
exactly
makes
that was the way around it. Like when they announced it, I was like, oh, okay, this is a smart way to do it without capping your Switch 2
Mhm.
momentum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Let
to
the
mention
Switch
they
Some
were
people
saying
didn't
that
get
they
that.
already had the Switch 2 sitting, a bunch of the Switch 2s sitting in America
Mhm.
already
Yep.
before
Mhm.
that happened. So they couldn't like back tax you on the tariffs anyway.
Yeah. Like that
Yeah.
first.
Which
That
was smart. It was smart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was ingenious. Like having that stockpile here, and then on top of that, like I said, let the Switch eat that cost.
Mhm.
Like, we're gonna raise the
Yep.
price on the Switch because it's on its way out, and we do know there's people that still want to buy it.
Yeah.
So it's not as
Yeah.
expensive as the Switch 2. Still, it's still
Yeah.
cheaper. So you will still go out and get it.
Mhm.
And we saw it. I mean, I think it was right under the PlayStation 5 in Japan still,
Mhm.
even with an increase.
Yeah.
So
Everything switches outselling the PS5 in Japan. It's
yes.
wild
So
stuff.
at this point, I mean, you raise the floor. You raise the floor. You're not raising the ceiling. You're raising the floor because it's like, all right, like the Switch 2 is 450, and the next thing is the OLED at 400. So only just go down from there. And then
Yeah.
at this point now it's gonna sell and it'll eat the cost. And of course they adjusted the accessories for the Switch 2, but they're finding a great way of doing it without touching the console. And that's why I was kind of surprised too. Like with Sony, when they did the console, they didn't do the accessories and they didn't do Portal, which was surprising.
Yeah.
And I'm like, will it happen later? Of course, everybody joked, was like, why would you raise the price on something that's not selling? And I was like, but still, I mean, it's still on
Fair.
the market.
I think with that, like specifically the Portal and stuff like that, I think those they sell a certain amount per quarter, so I think they assessed that and thought it's not really like I don't know all the financial terms like that, but basically I think the amount of people that's buying those products, even if you do increase the price of them, I don't think you'll really make much more back just due
Right.
to how few people are buying. Whereas the PlayStation 5s, the base, the regular, and the Pro are still selling pretty well. I think like aligned with PS4 at the same amount of time it was out in its original run, XYZ. So yeah, it was inevitable.
Yeah.
You can't keep raising the prices of stuff in like Brazil, man. You can't keep doing stuff
Nah.
like that. You
Yeah.
can't to circumvent it. It's gonna come back here.
Brazil
So.
prices are disgusting.
Yeah, every time I see that, I feel so bad. I want to learn Portuguese just to say I'm sorry. Like,
I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out
I'm
if
so
they
sorry.
they don't make that kind of money to be able to buy that
Probably
kind
not.
of stuff, right?
No.
Yeah, that's
It's-
I
wild.
would
it's-
imagine.
yeah, from what I understand, like Latin America, South America for gaming, it's definitely more of like how some people felt like initially, what the sticker shock of Switch 2 prices, Mario Kart Worlds, $80, whatever. Oh, they
Mhm.
were gonna price people out of the hobby. I definitely think there's just a certain bracket of folks down there that's who's gaming.
It's only
Yeah.
the rich Colombian drug lords because that's all they.
I gotta get my Call of Duty, my PS5 Pro, and I gotta get it.
Where is my next Call of Duty? Where is my GTA?
Gotta get your skills up. Don't go to the gun range. Go to Call of Duty.
If GTA 6 does not release by May next year,
No more supplies for anybody. No more supplies for
But
anybody.
that's a good question. I'm glad you mentioned that.
hey,
What
that's
does this do
the
to
game.
Rockstar?
They're like
Because
$80. It is, bro. That's what they're doing.
Even-
It take
Even
two.
with the price of their game, this raises the price
Yeah.
of the console. Like, there's some people that
does,
may
yeah.
not own this device. Now they're getting ready to buy it at this higher price point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This could potentially hurt.
I guess they have to look at two things. Or Take Two has to talk to Sony. I guess they have to talk about two things. One, how is the momentum of the console post these price increases? And two, how's them PS Plus like basic subscriptions looking? Like, is there actual growth, or is it holding steady? Is there like a decay, or is it like growing as in more getting PS Plus basic or more stepping up to premium for reasons? Because we all know, yeah, GTA 6, great, Bonnie and Clyde, the story, this and the other, is gonna be about that GTA Online Part 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna that's gonna be the story for the next 2 decades or whatever. So
2 decades.
Yep.
That's short.
I'm being generous. I'm being real generous.
I just have to hear about it from y'all because honestly, the whole GTA.
I'm not
thing,
getting
I'm
it on
burnt out.
console.
I'm burnt out on GTA because I think
Yeah.
somebody said it perfect, and I was like, of course he got beat up for it, but he was very honest. GTA is a beautiful game. They have cool stories, but still to this day, there are games mechanically better than that freaking game.
Yeah.
Easily. Anyone that disagrees, that's copium. Like, I want to keep it above.
Yeah.
Like the shooting mechanics and that, there's a reason why they have a press button to lock on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why that is an actual mechanic in the game.
Yeah, I'm so burnt out on GTA, man. It's like
Yeah.
that wow factor is gone.
So GTA 5 is actually the first GTA that I'm not finished.
Really?
That's oh
Yeah,
wow.
and it's mostly due to all those reasons. It's like, yeah, the story is cool. It's all right. You play as three different characters. That's
It's
okay.
really just about Franklin once you get to the
Yeah,
end.
Really
'Cause he
is,
has
and
yeah.
that ability; they can slow down the car when you're driving and whatnot.
I think what really killed it for me is the fact that they went back to San Andreas. Like, and not and so I've always, this is a whole different conversation, but I've always told people, like, if you're gonna do a map, like, and Grand Theft Auto has been like always a game where the map just gets bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to me, Grand Theft Auto 5 is smaller than San Andreas, and I know, and a lot of people are like, nah, it's not. Like, 5 is way
Uh,
bigger than San Andreas, but I'm like, hold on, hear me out though. You have three distinct different areas. You have Los Santos, San Venturas, and the other one,
Blaine
Yaro.
County, aka Breaking Bad area.
Yeah, I'm like, you have three distinct areas, three distinct different cities in that game, which all represent three distinct different areas in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 5, they meshed those all into one. So really, it's just one city. So to me,
Mm-hmm.
outside of detail and stuff like that, you turned three different landmarks into one landmark that's not bigger than me. Is
No.
They
that
did that for GTA Online reasons, like one big seamless type of map. I think
yeah.
that's why they did it.
But I think that comes back to what we talked about before. I think developers, even though it may be a cost, you got to start splitting up single player and multiplayer, because multiplayer is
Yeah.
killing the single player.
Yeah, I would have been down for like, I mean, because I did play GTA 5 on Xbox 360. That's the only time I bought it. And I did play through the story and finished and thought it was cool back then, 12 years ago. But yeah, if they were gonna do DLC, I would have been on board. Like they did a cameo of the one dude from the GTA 4 DLC, the biker dude or whatever, Johnny, I think is what his name was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was like in one cutscene, he just gets killed, I think, by some character. Spoilers. Oh god. But yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. But yeah, they didn't do it. And I think it came out that they were gonna do something, but they canned it because GTA Online was printing money.
Mhm.
So I'm yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and then like now, once again, we're back in Vice City. So it's like, and listen, I might be biased, but how come Detroit ain't got a city yet? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can
Motor
definitely do every
City
city.
out of any. You know what I'm saying? The game is called Grand Theft Auto, and you haven't put it in the Motor City. That don't make no sense.
Right, that's crazy. Or at least do like what was it, Watch Dogs 1? I think that was Chicago, right?
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
Which I think Chicago gets kind of overlooked in a lot, just in general.
yeah. It's just,
So-
I think it's crazy that, like, y'all just gonna pick the same 4 cities. Is that how we gonna do it? Like,
And get away with it too.
yeah. But every time everybody's on this like whole Grand Theft Auto hype. Now here's another question. When did Grand Theft Auto become the staple for the whole graphics world? Because it was never that all the way up until, to me,
Maybe
all the way up
4.
until 6.
Four.
Really.
I think 4 on
Okay.
PC. I think when 4 started getting mods and people just kept going like crazier and crazier visuals and textures and all that stuff. I think that's when it began.
They were the most
Personally.
they had the claim of like the most expensive, because with GTA 3, pretty much all in New York,
Mhm.
and then you went to, like you said, Vice City, and then San Andreas was crazy.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, that was like the
ridiculous.
game. I was like, yo.
So they kept raising the barometer, and then
Yeah.
when we got the 4, I think the graphical thing kicked in. Then because of 360, not everybody was utilizing 360 the right way, and then they were using the Rage engine at that time with all the
Yeah.
ragdoll physics and everything there.
Yeah.
Which still to this day, that game gets slept on heavily.
Mhm.
Nico Bellic was still.
Nico, my cousin, let's go bowling. I never really finished it back then. Well, I was playing on a roommate's 360 back then.
Yeah, I didn't have the
Uh,
DLC. I didn't get to do like the gay Tony stuff and all that
yeah, yeah, Battle of Gate Tony. Different time indeed. But yeah, I always heard the DLC. I always heard the DLCs were a good time for that
Me too.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I'm not really looking out for day one GTA 6. Personally,
Cool.
honestly, I won't get it until either it's like on PC or maybe Switch 2, maybe. Maybe.
I
I'm more.
doubt we're getting a Switch too.
Yeah,
If it
yeah.
is on Switch 2, then I will pick it up. But if it's
I,
not on Switch 2, I hesitate to buy it too.
yeah, it's just it's really just for me. I'm not really interested in playing it day one. I'll just watch everyone else and all the content creators and this and the other. I live vicariously through whoever,
Oh yeah.
and then go from there and be like, yo, that looked crazy. That mission looked crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
If I'm gonna spend that kind of time, I'm doing it in an RPG. I'm not doing it in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
I'm
feel
just
that.
not.
Yep.
I feel that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our Stormcast for this year. Wow,
This year? Wow.
That's it. See you next year, everyone. We'll talk about Prime 4 then.
Right.
Right.
What was so many subscribers so fast? What?
Yeah.
Y'all got 4 months.
It'll be here before you know it.
Oh man.
So with that being said, I want to thank you everybody for coming through and talking with us. Before we get out of here, and I give all the shout outs, Jack, what you got up for us?
Like you mentioned earlier, we will be on the Nintendo Byte podcast together next Wednesday. It'll be a shorter show, but we'll definitely have one for sure. Also, I plan to do some video about Madden at one point in time. But I'm waiting until 2K6 comes out. NBA 2K6 comes out. Because really, I think that's going to showcase, the difference between the two. Because if it's running like WWE 2K25, then, all right, we need to have EA come to the stand and kind of have a conversation. Because even at Gamescom, people are saying FIFA runs just like Madden. Where, like I said, that can be a good or a bad thing depending on who you are. But once again, it's EA being EA with that Frostbite engine, which is horrible. So yes, that. And then also too, I was supposed to do it this week and I didn't do it. But I should be doing if not a single next week, I'm going to start trying to do these new video concepts that I have to where I pick like my favorite verses from the album coming out on October 2nd and just doing like an acapella version of it. Not like rapping it to rhythm, but just kind of saying the words and these are kind of like my, as an artist, a big pet peeve when you put a lot of double entendres or just a lot of references in your lyrics and knowing that most people don't catch them. Right. And this would be like I think a cool way of like breaking it down and slowing it down so people can catch it opposed to hearing it in the song. So I'm gonna probably do that once I get the green screen in the garage. But that should be coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Geronimo, what you got up for us?
Yeah, so just playing through the same stuff I talked about at the beginning of the show. As far as the channel is concerned, I actually got some. I haven't even posted this on social media yet, but I got my first. Ooh, is this gonna show? Maybe not. I got my first Gully kit.
Oh yeah, they've been popping up all the time. Yeah,
Gully kit. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. The ES Pro controller. Supposedly, this is my first one, so I'm gonna do an unboxing, and I'm probably gonna do it in the impressions video later this week, compared to some of my 8-bit Doe stuff. So if you're interested in the third-party controllers for that, look out for an unboxing on Monday for sure. I believe those controllers can wake the Switch 2 from sleep, so I'm gonna definitely try that on video as well. After that, I'm not sure what else I'll have uploaded after that. I'll just have to play it by ear. Follow socials, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And actually, you know what? I will probably have a video up for Shadow Labyrinth. I probably will. A certain part of the game that's going to be very challenging. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it as far as next week's concerned.
Okay. Well, y'all know the dilly. We here every Saturday, except for last week. Every Saturday at 7 o'clock.
Adulting.
And yeah, adulting. We had all sorts of adulting. I we went on vacation, so um, yeah. But tomorrow we have the Wing of the Podcast at 7 o'clock as well. Make sure you guys come through. It should be a good conversation. I will give you a sneak peek on what we are talking about. I can't tell you exactly, but the title is Thoughts on Gamescom, Kirby Direct, and the Future. With that being said, Monday we also have the Jill podcast at 7 o'clock. Shout out to Terminator Deuce. Should be a good conversation. I will be there this Monday. I think. I'm pretty sure I will. I'm actually like in the transition of actually moving. So this is gonna be an interesting one. But yeah. You may or may not see more of a guest star, a lady guest star that
Lady, yes. Star.
Okay, KK.
that she may jump in and out every now and then say hi. So yeah. So with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to all of our channels here, including Trey Vito. Shout outs to Trey Vito. With that being said, my man's is on a hot date as well. So
Okay.
Hey.
nice.
Nice.
So we gave him a break. Said, all right,
I will give you a pass
Yeah.
this week. We
Yeah.
better hear some
some
good
cash.
news.
Get some
yeah.
cash. Take it somewhere nice.
Get some cash.
Handle your thug dizzle, With that being said, thank you, Dark Void, RJ, Exodia, Jazzy, Triple M was in the building. J Big, Brand Smith was holding it down. Squared was there. Dark Boy, Juke, and everybody else. If I missed you, I apologize. J2 as well. Thank you for coming through as well. Before we get out of here, thank you, God, for allowing us this safe space. Thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for the invigorating conversation that we had today that you have provided for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen.